Mohun Bagan, Biplobi. Yes, guys, we are live over here. Hello, guys, welcome back to another stream with Ramsay, and it is Mohun Bagan Super Giants against Bengaluru FC. This is going to be the ISL final. We are not going to waste any of your time, and it is the lineups. There has been many disputes. People are complaining that it is the likes of Cummings who is in the starting lineup. Some are saying that it should be Petrados, but it is Molina who has picked Jason Cummings. Jason Cummings will not be available for the super subs, but it is Demi Petrados who will be there. Demi Petrados will be there for the substitutions. Many are saying that Demi is not playing good. Demi God is not playing good, but look at this man, look at this man, look at this man. Let me just put this. Look at this God, look at this God. This is the God which I am talking about. You look at this God I am talking about. Do you know who is this God? It is our dear God Mohun Bagan. This is Jose Ramirez Barreto. This God, he is alive and he has stated that today we are going to win. Today we are going to win this. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. Give your votes on the chat section for the poll which has been pinned. Give your votes on the poll which has been pinned. This is the God and we are going to win this. We are going to win this. Mohun Bagan will be the reigning one and we are going to win that. But looking at the lineups, it is all about the fame which big clubs are having, and Sobuj and Maroon, it is the option over there for that polling section. Sobuj Maroon Mohun Bagan, or it is the Nil Bengaluru FC. Nil Bengaluru জিতবে না সবুজ মরুন জিতবে? আজকে আমরা জিতবো, কেউ আমাদের আর হারাতে পারবে না। এই সিজনে সবার সাথে আমরা যুদ্ধ করেছি, সবার সাথে বিজয়ী হয়েছি। দুটো ম্যাচ হেরেছিলাম কিন্তু তাদের আগেইনস্টেও আমরা জিতেছি। That is the bold statement, that is the deadline, and we have to win this ISL Cup. But this is the Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Liston Colasso, number 17. Oh my goodness. Single man army, Liston Colasso is there. It is also the likes of McLaren. He has been doing good. He has got more than 11 or 12 goals this season. My goodness. I mean, talking about Jamie McLaren this season, perfectly, he has got 11 goals. My goodness, perfect striker, perfect striker. It is also from Bengaluru, where Sunil Chhetri has got that Indian striker of, I mean, this season, I think it is 14 goals. Yes, it is 14 goals Chhetri has got. And Chhetri has also announced his comeback to the Indian squad. I mean, to talk about Sunil Chhetri, he is our school senior. We have played with him. We know that what type of player Sunil Chhetri is. We have that accolade of playing with Sunil Chhetri in our school times. That was a great one. That was a great one. But today it is all for the Mohun Bagan Super Giants because it is the God Jose Ramirez Barreto on my wall over here. This God Jose Ramirez Barreto. We are going to make that. This God is present over there. We are going to make that. It is Ashish Rai who is on the right backs, Subhashish Bose on the left backs. That is the pairing which they have got. But Dipendu Biswas not picked up. That youngster not being given that starting lineup opportunity. And it is Aldred and Rodriguez. Vishal Kaith is also there. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section for the poll. Who is going to win big today? Who is going to win big today? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section. Who is going to get this win? And it is Anirudh Thapa and Apuya. My goodness, Apuya got that marvelous goal in the stoppage time. It was the previous picture where Mohun Bagan Super Giants were having that. And that was a big time clutch goal. Apuya got that in the stoppage time and Apuya has been picked. Apuya got that first goal of this season. Mohun Bagan winning that. A big time. That was a big game. Apuya getting that big. It was against Jamshedpur FC where Mohun Bagan got that 2-0 at home and it was 1-2 at the away leg, but Jamshedpur fans were too much agonizing as well as too sympathy for them, because at their home, Jamshedpur fans showed such type of bad behavior as well as the police department as well as the organizing committee. But Mohun Bagan got the revenge with the goals, with the win. That is what Mohun Bagan mentality is. That is what Mohun Bagan mentality is, and it is the man, Jose Ramirez Barreto. Time and again, I'm saying this. This is the man, this is the god, this is the Jose Ramirez Barreto. He is that supernatural force who is acting that. Watching this legendary man, Jose Ramirez Barreto, time and again playing like that. Look at him, look at him. He is the man, he is the god, Jose Ramirez Barreto. He has to be framed on all the walls of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants fans. He has to be framed. But again, looking at the lineups of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants, it is Thapa and Apuya on the mid pitch. Cummings and McLaren. Hope Cummings gets those things. Cummings has got those 5 or 6 goals this season, as well as around about 5 assists this season. McLaren has got those goals. Vishal Kath today have to be clinical, and no denying the fact, every time we have seen Vishal Kath on the pitch, he has been a marvel. Vishal Kath has been a big marvel, and he has been performing that too good. No denying the fact, Vishal Kath has been seen performing that too good, and he has been doing it throughout the season. No denying this act, we have got that big things from Vishal Kath, and he is the man, and he has been seen performing that good. And apart from that, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section for the poll. Who is going to win that? On the voting section of the poll, it is Sobuj Meru Mohun Bagan. It is written both in Bangla and English. It is also the Neel Bengaluru, or it is the Blues Bengaluru FC, or it is the Match Abundant. All the 3 options are there in the chat section on the poll which has been pinned. But looking at the Bengaluru's lineup, look at that. Bengaluru is also having that decent lineup, good one. Chetri is there, Mendes is there, Williams is there. This is a big lineup. Bengaluru is boasting much with these lineups to be talking about, and they have been really doing it, because from Bengaluru in their stats, looking at the top goal scorers, it is Chetri who has got 14 goals. It is Edgar Mendes who has got 9 goals. Ryan Williams has also got 7. I mean, combining these 3, Sunil, Chetri, Mendes and Williams, it is the likes of Zaragoza, their manager, picking up the big players in the squad, in the lineups. It is those big players. Chetri is there, Mendes is there, Williams is there. I mean, combining these 3 players, if we get combining of Chetri, Mendes and Williams, 3 of them have got around about 30 goals this season. That is big. That is big. Bengaluru has done that big, but it is Mohun Bagan who has won the league, and we want that double to be coming. We want this ISL Cup to be home also. That is what Mohun Bagan fans are looking for. But looking at Mohun Bagan Super Giants, I mean, the top 3 scorers, it is the likes of McLaren, 11 goals. Subhashish Bose has got 6 goals, as well as Cummings 6. Alberto Rodriguez, the defender, has got 5 goals. My goodness, Manveer Singh has got 5 goals. Petratos has got 4 goals. Greg Stewart has 3 goals. Liston Colasso 3. Tom Aldred, the defender, 2 goals. Apuya got that, first goal of the season in the previous game against Jamshedpur. That was the clutch moment, because Bengaluru are dependent on their strikers to score. Just listen to that. Just listen to that. Many fans were saying that Cummings doing good. It is Petratos not doing good. Some are saying that Cummings is not doing good. Some are saying that Petratos is doing good. But it is the Mohun Bagan mentality looking at this. Bengaluru with the lineups, it is the likes of Chetri, Mendes and Williams. They 3 are the perfect strikers. I mean, combining all 3 of them, Chetri, Mendes and Williams, they have got 30 goals this season. But looking at the same aspect of Mohun Bagan, it is McLaren 11. He is the striker. He has got, no denying the fact, but 11 goals. Yes, definitely that is good in the ISL, where the competition is so tough. Subhashish Bose, left back, getting 6 goals. It is Jason Cummings, 6. Alberto Rodriguez, that centre back, has got 5 goals. It is Manveer Singh, the wings playmaking, he has done 5 goals. Petatos, he has got 4. Stewart, 3. I mean, how can you deny that? Because Mohun Bagan has been completely playing that complete squad mentality. It is that mentality where Mohun Bagan are doing with the whole of the team has performed. The whole of the players, all those 11 in the starting lineups, all of those substitutes who has been coming, no denying that Molina has made this squad as a complete package. This is a complete package which Molina has made that, and Mohun Bagan, no denying the fact, has done this. But we were looking at the lineups of Bengaluru. It is Wangjam who got that. But to talk about Suresh Wangjam, I mean, that man in the previous meetup where Bengaluru and Mohun Bagan were having a fight in the ISL, it was in the first leg in the September 28th, where Bengaluru got those 3 goals, and it was the likes of Mendes, Wangjam, and Sunil Chhetri, a penalty to that. That was a 3-0. And in the second leg, where Mohun Bagan were facing Bengaluru, that was a 1-0. But to talk about that 3-0 win where Bengaluru got, it was Mohun Bagan Super Giants. They were performing it. They got 20 shots, 8 on target, but they were not clinical. That was the factor. That was the factor. It was a 3-0 loss at the away leg for the first game, and in the second leg, it was again Liston Colasso getting that 74th minute goal. Again, it was a big win. It was a big win. Mohun Bagan has got those defeats to Goa, to Bengaluru, and to the likes of Jamshedpur in this semi-finals. These are the 3 losses which Mohun Bagan Super Giants has got, and they have recovered that losses, and in their second legs as well as in their second meeting, they has outclassed the opposition in any way. That is what I'm saying. It is that complete package Molina has been making. Many are saying that some of the Mohun Bagan players, this player, that player is not doing good. That is not Molina is building in the squad. That is not Molina is building in the squad. That is what the difference is from Zaragoza, and that is what the difference is from Molina. Look at that. I mean, if you have the lineups which Mohun Bagan are doing for this game, look at that. Look at that. It was the previous leg where Colasso, the sole goal scorer from Mohun Bagan, got a goal and he got a win against Bengaluru. And it was the first leg where Bengaluru were at home. They got that a 3-0 win, but looking at the Bengaluru's scoring opportunities, it is those 30 goals where they have got from the strikers. It is also the likes of Alberto Nogueira from Bengaluru getting those 5 goals. Pereira Diaz has got 3, Rahul Bek 3, Wangjam 2, Naram Roshan Singh 1, and Venkatesh 1. Look at that, the cluster of the median where Mohun Bagan are having. I mean, Chhetri with 14, Mendes with 9, Ryan Williams with 7. These are the 30 goals which Bengaluru has got, as well as we can count in Nogueira with those 5 goals. This is the cluster, 35 goals coming in from the top 3 strikers, forwards, and the attacking mid-pitch. Nogueira plays that attacking mid-pitch. He has got 5 goals. Ryan Williams 7. He is that winger. Mendes striking positions 9 goals. Chhetri penalty opportunities, as well as those moments, getting those 14 goals. But looking at Mohun Bagan, look at that. It is McLaren with 11 goals. Subhashish Bose, left back, getting 6 goals. Which of the league in the world you have got a left back scoring 6 goals? It is Jason Cummings with 6. Yes, he is in that attacking midfield as well as those striking positions. Cummings has got 6 goals, but it is Alberto Rodriguez, centre back, getting 5 goals. Left back Subhashish Bose getting 6 goals. It is Rodriguez, centre back, getting 5 goals. My goodness. Manveer Singh on the wing forwards 5. Petatos with 4. Petatos, yes, he hasn't been that good, but getting 4 goals as well as more than 6 assists. I mean, 5 or 6 assists he has got this season. That is not a bad job which he has done. Yes, he hasn't been that clinical which he was the previous season. You can say that. But denying this player, he is that lethal aspect into the game. He has been developing it. But that is another aspect. We will be talking about that a bit later. It is also Greg Stewart 3 goals, Colasso 3, Tom Aldred 2 goals. Apuya, he got that. Apuya got that first goal. Then also The team has been performing as a round. The team has been, Mohun Bagan Super Giants really has been performing as a whole team. That is what the thing is. That is what the thing is. You can't deny that it is the Mohun Bagan Super Giants who are not making that big. You can't deny that. But in this, we need that win to be incoming, no denying the fact. And apart from this game, we will be also having the watch if we can. It is late at the night. We will be having that Der Klassiker. It is Bayern Munich against the Dortmund, which will be starting, 4 hours straight after this. We will be having the watch along of that as well. If we look at that, it is Bayern and Dortmund which will be coming on late at night. It is now which is going on the likes of Leverkusen against the likes of Union Berlin. The game has kicked off. It is being played at the Bay Arena. Leverkusen are playing at home. It is the Bundesliga game which they are playing in this. And it is the Bundesliga round 29 where Leverkusen are up against the likes of Union Berlin. It is also the likes of Inter Milan against the likes of Cagliari. That will be the Serie A game which we will be having the watch along as well. And it is also the likes of Arsenal and Brentford will be having the watch of Arsenal, Inter, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, and tomorrow it will be the likes of Real Madrid and Manchester United. These are the 5-6 games we will be having the watch along. But for now, it is simply the likes of Mohun Bagan Super Giants against the likes of Bengaluru FC and Mohun Bagan. With this lineup, you can watch that on the Jio Hotstar platform as well. You can watch this game on the Jio Hotstar platform as well. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. Give your votes on the chat section for the poll. Who is going to win this game? Who is going to win this game? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. The matching links has been shared. The match links has been shared. Let me just check it once more. Let me just check it once more. It is available at the Jio Hotstar. Where is that? Where is that? Yes, the links have been shared, guys. The links has been shared. The links has been shared. You can watch that from those watch links as well as from those Jio Hotstar platform. Look at that. It is the national anthem which is now being played. The national anthem is now being played. So, bit of silence on the stream. I'm just now sharing the match links. Yes, it is available. The match links has been shared. The match links has just now been shared. The match links has just now been shared, and yes, it is on the social media links we have just now shared. You can watch it from there as well, and you can get it from the Jio Hotstar as well. It is available. It is available, guys. It is available and it is working. It is the Saturdays, and we are watching this ISL finals. It is the likes of Mohun Bagans against the likes of the Blues. Look at that. Look at that referee. This referee is known looking. Zaragoza is having some sort of words with Molina. They both had some sort of words, exchange of words. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll section. Who is going to win that? Give your votes on the chat section, guys. Give your votes. Give your votes on that poll section on the chat. Who is going to win that? Liston Colasso, will he score? It is the McLaren, will he score? Cummings, will he score? Anirudh Thapa, will he be that man? Apuya, will he be getting that? Molina against Zaragoza, who will get that? Who will get that big muscle memory today? Who will get that big muscle memory? Toss is being held. Khetri and Suashish Bose, both are there. Khetri wants that side of the stand, exchanging the flag. Look at that. Look at that. Chetri is having that big greatness as one of the elite strikers of the Indian football. And it is the likes of Indian football captain Subhash Bose. Both of them. Look at that. Two elite men just exchanging the team flag. And here it is the lineups. Mohun Bagan with this lineup against the likes of Bengaluru FC with this. My goodness. My goodness. What is that going to be? What is that? Jason Cummings, my man, look at him. Jason Cummings, my man, look at him. Jason Cummings, my man, look at him. Bengaluru FC are making that round cluster on the pitch, having some team mentality game with each other. We are going to win that big. We are going to win that big. We want that win. Joe Mohun Bagan, make it big, boys. Make it big. And yes, those of you who were complaining that we were not having that Bengali, I mean, তোমরা বলছিলে কি আমরা বাংলাতে stream করি না, it is because we watch also those European leagues where people don't understand Bengali, যেখানে লোকেরা বাংলা বোঝে না, তাই আমরা ইংরেজিতে কথা বলি. But for this, I have made that poll in Bangla as well. Look at that. That poll which has been pinned on that chat, আমরা ওইটা বাংলাতে আজকে poll start করেছি. You can have from there as well. On Bagan Super Giants with this lineup, will that be making it big? Will that be making it big? We have got that vote. We have got that vote for the Mohun Bagan Super Giants. 100% vote has come for Mohun Bagan Super Giants winning this one big. 100% vote has come for Mohun Bagan Super Giants winning this. We have got those votes. But to talking about the changes, Bengaluru hasn't made those significant changes. Bengaluru, the way they had played in the previous meeting, it was the almost the same lineup. It was Noguera, Capo, Wangjam were there on the mid pitch. It was the likes of Williams, Mendes, Chetri, but Nikhil Pujari and Rahul Bhek were there in the starting lineups in the previous meet. But for today, it is the likes of Singh and Bhek on the right part of that centre backs, and it is also the likes of Singh. Both of them are staying. My goodness, Bhutia is the man who has been picked on the left backs, but it was in the previous lineups where it was the likes of, I mean, that man Narem Roshan Singh. He was there, and it was the likes of Chinglesana Singh. They both were there on the left part of the centre backs in the previous meet, but it is the likes of Bhutia, Namgyal Bhutia, who has been picked on the left backs, and it is the likes of Chinglesana Singh who is on the centre backs. The left back has been changed, the right back has also been changed. Nikhil Pujari is not there on the right backs, as well as the likes of, I mean, the previous game, it was the likes of Narem Roshan Singh on the left backs. He is also not there. My goodness, Narem Roshan Singh has been picked on the right backs. That is a big tactical change which has been made. That is a big tactical change. It was Pujari who was there on the previous meetup, but Pujari hasn't been picked. Oh my God, the game has started. The game has begun. It is a long ball. Cummings getting that header from Manveer Singh. Cummings, will he get that cross into the box? It goes, but it is a deflection from Singh. Apuya gets that, passing that to Cummings, but it is a missed pass. Blocked. Mohun Bagan has made that statement bad from the start of the game at the Vivekananda, Yuba, Bharati, Krirangan. They are going for those goals. Mohun Bagan is making that statement from the start of the game. That is a foul. That is a foul. Look at that. It is a big foul. Mendes has got that. A big foul. It is a big foul to Aldred. My mistake, guys. It was Rodriguez. It was Rodriguez. Alberto Rodriguez has been fouled. Look at that. It was a shoulder push, but at the end, it is a big foul. Mendes has committed a big foul, but the referee hasn't shown a card. The referee hasn't shown a card for that. It was a bad tackle. Mendes is trying to take that mentality away from Aldred. Mendes is the man. He will be looking to take that mentality from Rodriguez and Aldet. That is why this foul has been done. That is why this foul has been done. But we are strong in our mentality. No denying the fact we are strong in our mentality. This to Ashish Rai, lofted pass. Manveer trying to get that clearance. It is a block from the mid pitch. Singh getting that. Mendes is that man from Bengaluru FC. Mendes is time and again trying to get the mentality. Look at that. It is Mendes, the number 17 striker from Bengaluru, is time and again getting those ugly aspects against Alden and Rodriguez. They are trying to get that mentality on the pitch. Apuya now chasing high up. My goodness, look at that. Apuya is chasing so high up. Palazzo passes that back to Subhashish. Rodriguez, Vishal Kath. Look at that. Vishal Kath being a goalkeeper passes that so good to Ashish Rai. A long pass to McLaren, but straight into the hands of Sandhu. Straight into the hands of Sandhu. Ashish Rai has to keep himself cool, guys. Ashish Rai has to keep himself cool. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section for who is going to get that big win for today. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. But Mendes, the number 17th on those striking positions, he is time and again trying to get that mentality behind Alden and Rodriguez. He is trying to provoke Alden and Rodriguez to get some mistakes on the page. Subhashish Bose on the mid-pitch. Noguera does that job good from Bengaluru. Khetri passes that back. Wangjam is the man staying on the mid-pitch. It is now to Pujari. Mendes up against Subhashish Bose. No way for him. Noguera gets that pass. Into the boxes goes. My goodness, look at that. Cummings has got the ball from those deflection. Will he cross that? Yes, he crosses that for McLaren. McLaren is there. Will he take that shot? Oh my God, McLaren has got that bad touch. That first touch from McLaren wasn't that good. Manveer Singh getting that onto the edge. He has moved into the box. Clearance that is from Singh. My goodness, look at that lofted one which Cummings made to McLaren. It was some big opportunity if McLaren could have received that good. If McLaren could have received that good, it could have been a big one. Ashish Rai, look at that. He has got his hair colored with those brown burgundy colors. My goodness, Manveer Singh gets that into the box, looking for a cross. Straight into the hands of Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Sandhu is a tall man but not in good shape. If Colasso and Manveer are they going to get any shots on target, it will be a good one. They have to get those shots. Not a single shot being taken. Not a single shot being taken on target. That clinical enough to get a goal. 5 minutes are up. 5 minutes are up. Williams up against Subhashish Bose. Bose gets that clearance. Palazzo carrying that ball forward. Cummings is the man getting that. Back passes on the pitch. But looking at that, Thapa is staying deep. Thapa is man marking Noguera on the mid pitch. Thapa is the man. He is man marking Noguera on the mid pitch. It is the likes of Thapa who is man marking Noguera on the mid pitch. He is doing a good job. Zaragoza, will he make those ugly smiles again after getting those losses, or will it be the likes of Molina doing the same? What is that going to be the result? But Mohun Bagan are going to get that big. Cummings is staying deep. McLaren is staying only in between Rahul Bheke and Singh. They both are going good. That is a bat from Wangjam. McLaren just couldn't get that ball good. McLaren just couldn't get that ball booked. Noguera trying to find Mendes. Clearance that is from Aldred. Good one, good one. It is Bengaluru with those forwards of Williams, Mendes, and Chetri. They have got 30 goals this season. 30 goals has come. Williams, Mendes, and Chetri has got 30 goals. That is big. So Mohun Bagan are staying with those 4 men deep on the pitch. But this 4-3-3 from Bengaluru is the one which looks bit critical at times because Noguera and the likes of Capo and Wangjam, they interchange their positions big. They interchange their position bigs. That is Zaragoza, who has developed that. It is Mendes getting that header inside the box. A bad header that is. He was expecting Chetri to be staying on those far posts on the edge of the box. Look at that pass. Noguera makes those passes bit clinical and bit lethal. Aldred and Rodriguez are doing a good job. Aldred and Rodriguez, they have to do that good job which they are known for. They have to make those big jobs. And yes, those of you who are watching, give your votes on the poll section. Who is going to get that win? Give your votes on that poll section in the chat which has been pinned. Ashish Rai getting clearance. Apuya passes that to Manveer. Manveer goes high up. Cummings on the corners, moving to the wings. Singh gets that clearance. Quick throw taken. Ashish Rai, will he get that cross? No, passes that to Manveer on the edge of the box. Into the box he gets. It is something looking, goal scoring coming in. Jason Cummings, what a big moment for Cummings that was. But he took that shot. What was that? Why a touch was needed, my dear Jason Cummings? My goodness, it was a big moment. Jason Cummings could have got that. McLaren just made a turn into that. Sandhu, not having that good of his form, just couldn't catch the ball good. But it was a big moment. Jason Cummings, instead of taking those touches, should go for first time shot. But it was quick. That response was quite quick. It is again to Colasso. Yes. Pujari not getting that good interception. Colasso is trying to cut in. He has cut in. My goodness. Colasso this time makes that pass from inside the box. But look at his head. His head was not high up. He was not looking at the players where the passes has to be made. Where the passes has to be made. He was not looking at there. One big opportunity it was. It was a one big opportunity. Look at that. It was Manveer, but McLaren making that into the box. It was a shot to Sandhu. Sandhu just couldn't block that. Somehow he did that. But that deflection to Cummings, it was a wide one. And Cummings just couldn't make that good enough. But it was a wide deflection. McLaren is the man. Jamie McLaren, butter smooth. Hubbard trying to get past Noguera. Block it is. Back to Singh. Singh gets that clearance. Noguera gets that good. He passes that to Williams. A cross that is incoming to the far post. Ashish Rai has a fall on the pitch against Sunil Chetri, but Sunil Chetri, look at him, he received the ball and that is a handball. Sunil Chetri has got a handball. Look at that, McLaren making that move good inside the box of Bengaluru. My goodness. Jason Cummings scoring a good free kick that was against Jamshedpur, but in the second leg against Jamshedpur in the semi-finals, he was bit down in form. It is again McLaren making that move against Singh, but who is there on the mid-page, on the deep playing positions? Who is the man inside the box? No one is there. Now Cummings makes that move. It is Ashish Rai, but Noguera is the man. Look at that creativity. Noguera is the man. Deflection, trying to get a clearance. Apuya gets that block. It is Mendes again. Look at that. Bengaluru FC players, especially from the likes of Mendes, is time and again committing those fouls. This was a big foul. This was a big foul. Cummings making that pass to McLaren was good, but after making that pass, how is he going to run that high good on the pitch? It is that hard work which Cummings and McLaren have to do. It is that hard work which Cummings and McLaren have to do if they want to get that goal into the nets of the Bengaluru. A free kick taken by Cummings, cross, header, straight into the box, one drop, and it goes to Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Just a one bounce near the penalty area, and the ball goes straight into the hands of Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Malina is having some word from the sidelines. Would you say that the first 12 minutes was not a good play? Because Mohun Bagan Super Giants in the first now 12 minutes 39 seconds on the watch hasn't given a single good possession moment for Bengaluru. Mohun Bagan hasn't given a single good possession moment for Bengaluru so far in this game. Vishal Kath, oh my goodness, that was a goal kick being taken, but the ball is off for a throw. The first time I have seen Vishal Kath getting those shots being taken from those goalkeeping positions. He keeps the ball inside the pitch. He keeps the ball inside the pitch. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Give your votes on the poll section. Who is going to get that? Give your votes. Give your votes. The poll section has been pinned on the chat. It is both in Bangla as well, because I have been getting those complaints that why don't you stream in Bangla? Bhai, those jara jara match dekhe, bideshi match o dekhe, tara bhai ইংরেজিতেও কথা বলে. How can I talk in both the languages? দুটো ভাষা কথা বলা not possible, bhai. So now getting that into the pitch, it is a shot being taken. My goodness, it is a block. That shot has been blocked. Bengaluru are not getting those clinical moments from Sunil Chhetri. Sunil Chhetri against Ashish Rai. Ashish Rai has been doing that. Ishtan Colasso passed that goal. Rahul Bhek was late in taking that. It was for Anirudh Thapa, but he went for that shot, but it got a block. It got a block somehow. Bengaluru are making blocks. Bengaluru are making those blocks. They are making, yes, the Mohun Bagan Super Giant fans are there on the stands. Make it big. Jitbo ajke amra, Jitbo, Jitbo. And we're seeing back pass to Rai. Chhetri. I mean, that is not Chhetri, that is now Capo. Look at that. Wangjam is staying on the mid pitch, and Capo is now moving to the left part of the midfield. Bengaluru are also having that decent squad, guys. Bengaluru are also having that decent squad. No denying the fact they are also that competent enough. It is now Noguera high up against Subhashish Bose. My goodness, that is a cheap one. That is a cheap one. Look at that. Williams getting that against Subhashish Bose. My goodness, that was a cheap one. That was a cheap one. That wasn't Subhashish Bose deserving those foul moments. Neither free kick has to be given. But Zaragoza from the sidelines, look at it. He is demanding for a card to be shown. He wants Zaragoza on the sidelines. He is demanding for a card. That is what Bengaluru FC players, they try to get those moments because they want those penalties from inside the box. It has been one of their prime targets. It has been one of their prime targets. Nowadays, Sunil Chhetri, who is going to take that free kick. The ball is outside the box. Is that close enough to get a goal for Chhetri? I don't think so. Vishal Kath is there. It is way out of the box, guys. That shot will be taken way out of the box. It has just ended in between the legs of Rodriguez. He gets that a clearance. Rodriguez gets that a clearance. That was a poor free kick which was being taken by Sunil Chetri. Sunil Chetri, though he is one of our schoolmates, he has played those matches with our school matches as well. We have been knowing him for quite a long time as well. But this was a poor free kick which Sunil Chetri has taken. Now Ashish Rai moving forward. He passes that to Manveer on the cross. Manveer trying to find McLaren. Poor cross. Grounded cross that was from Manveer. Look at that. Manveer making that. He saw McLaren. He made that grounded cross. But that coordination didn't happen. That coordination of finding McLaren on the spot was that you can call it McLaren was late, or you can call that Manveer couldn't get that good enough. Look at that, Manveer again. He is getting that goal against Wangjam. The ball has been passed to Capo. Capo is the man staying on those mid pitch now. He passed that good. It is that fluidity which Mendes is providing, and Chetri changes the wings. He passes that to Pujari. I mean, that is not Pujari, that is the likes of Singh, because Pujari was there in the previous lineup. Mendes has been making some ugly moments on the pitch. Mendes, number 17, is making some ugly moments on the pitch. He is using his physicality to show some dominance on the pitch. Corner from Bengaluru, a header. Subhashish Bose gets that goal. Again, a shot. My goodness. Vishal Kath gets that block good. Subhashish Bose, the first time getting that block. And the second one, it was the likes of Vishal Kath getting so easy and cheap. Noguera again trying to get Mendes back one, that is into deep box. He is trying to get Cummings dropping down onto the defense, passes that to Ashish Rai. Will he keep that ball? Yes, Ashish Rai has kept that. We're trying to find Manveer. It is Singh who has got that block. It is Singh who has got that block. Ram Mahesh Singh is doing that good blocks on the right back. The far post trying to find Sunil Chetri. Both the teams are fighting. Both the teams are fighting good, guys. Look at that. It is that perfect fight which is happening on the page. It is that perfect fight which is happening on the page. And yes, those of you who have having a watch of that, give your votes, guys. Give your votes on the poll section for the chat which has been pinned. Look at that. It was Subhashish Bose again, and it was the likes of Mendes getting that header again straight into the hands of Vishal Gai. 20 minutes are up. First half, 20 minutes are up. And yes, those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to win that? That polling section, both it is written in Bangla as well, it is written in English as well. যারা যারা কমপ্লেন করছিলে কি আমি বাংলাতে স্ট্রিম করি না কেন, এই জন্য করি না কেন কি একবার বাংলাতে বলতে হবে একবার ইংরেজিতে বলতে হবে, so that is why I stream in English at times, but এই পোলে বাংলাতেও লেখা আছে ইংলিশেও লেখা আছে. You can cast your vote. Give your votes, guys. Who is going to win today? Give your votes on that chat section in the poll which has been pinned. But referee now this time, what is he demanding? Williams is talking to Subhashish Bose. We expect a big win. We expect a big win. According to our predictions, this is going to be all the way for Sobuj and Maroon. Liston Colasso now getting that long shot. Liston Colasso, why, my boy? Why? What is the need of taking those big long shots in just 21 minutes, my boy? Liston Colasso, take your time, boy. Take your time. Take your ease. My goodness. Liston Colasso in just 21 minutes is now trying to get those big shots. Take your time, my boy. Take your time. Only 22 minutes are up. Enough time is there. Enough time is there. Get your creativity. Get it inside the box. Aldred and Apuya getting that. A good block to Williams. It is a big fight going on. It is a big fight going on. Look at that. The three forwards, Chetri, Mendes, Williams, in the first half, they definitely do their best as long as they are having that gas on the pedal on their feet. And it is the likes of Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Aldred, Rodriguez, four of them have to do that big work because Bengaluru has been getting 30 goals from these three forwards. It is into the nets. Vishal catch. A good catch that is. A good catch that is. It is Bhutia who got that cross. Look at that curl which Bhutia got. My goodness, what an outside curler. What an outside curler that was from Bhutia. Look at that. Number 25, Bhutia. My goodness. Look at that. Namgyal Bhutia. He is primarily a right back. 38 games he has played for Bengaluru FC since 2020. Look at that outside curler to the far post. Namgyal Bhutia got that curl so good on the pitch. Namgyal Bhutia got that curl so good on the pitch. My goodness. It is now Sunil Chetri inside the box. Ashish Rai defending that good. Again, Namgyal Bhutia. Bhutia against the likes of Ashish Rai. Ashish Rai is fighting it good. He didn't give that big opportunity. He didn't give that big opportunity. Look at that. The stats are talking. The stats are talking. Look at that. The stats are over here. Look at that. The stats are talking. It is 3 shots Mohun Bagan has taken and 3 as well. Bengaluru now getting 4 shots, 1 on target. 1 shot on target by both Mohun Bagan and Bengaluru. It is for McLaren into the wings. Left one. The flags are raised. Colasso made that pass, but he was taking enough time for those touches. Colasso made that pass good, but he was taking those enough time to make those passes. Look at that, 62% pass accuracy, but Bengaluru are now dominating with those passing aspects. Bengaluru in their thirds and fourths, they have been looking bit dominating in this game. That is what you expect. Oh my God, Aldred has done some blunder on the pitch. It is to the far post, goes Williams, Mendes, cross inside the box, but block it is from Subhashish Bose. That is a good block from Subhashish Bose. The first 12 to 13 minutes, it was the likes of Mohun Bagan, Sobuj and Maroon. They were dominating that, and now it is 25 minutes are up. The rest of the 12 to 13 minutes, it is Bengaluru trying to get some creativity. It is Subhashish Bose who has got some sort of touch with the ball. Bengaluru FC are claiming a handball for that. But what was that? Look at that. What was that? No. That isn't a handball. That hand was close to Subhashish Bose. That hand was very close to the body of Subhashish Bose. Bose was moving it from there. The ball touched over here. That isn't a handball. That is definitely not a handball. It is a cross being taken from the corners. Thapa getting that with that interception, trying to get past Bhutia. It is a block. Wangjam this time gets it good. Wangjam this time gets it good. Bengaluru has been able to just register a single shot, whereas Mohun Bagan has registered a single shot. But in the latter part, on those 20th minutes, it is Bengaluru who are seen dominating in their position, especially on the mid pitch. Especially on the mid pitch. That is what happens when you have got some creative player. Alred up against Williams, a block that is. Manveer gets that clearance good. Take your position, guys. Take your position. Don't need to move in high up on the pitch. Don't need to move in high up on the pitch. Take your position. Make your build up good. It is now to Colasso. Colasso is making those runs. Get your patience ready, boy. Get your patience ready. Don't make those big shots as well as those passes. Take your position. Yes, that is what. The ball is being passed back to Apuya. Aldred. Rai. Manveer. Manveer gets that good. Thapa. My goodness, Thapa. Look at that. He made that pass to Cummings, but his head was not high. He could have rather taken a shot. That lack of confidence in Anirudh Thapa, he just didn't take that shot, rather passing that to Cummings and got that interception. Now it is the position which Bengaluru are having. Noguera again passing that to the edge of the box. Mendes. That is a cross again to the far post. Ashish Rai getting it good. Block. Apuya this time trying to get McLaren. No, 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 my boy. No, my boy. Take your position. Take your time. You are passing that quite early. You are passing that quite early. It is that ball in the position where the Sobuj and Maroon are not trying to enjoy. You have to keep that position. Keep the ball in position with the mid pitch. Keep the ball in position with the center back. Don't need to pass so early, man. It is again, they are trying to find Mendes, Subhashish Bose, and Ashish Rai on both of their sweeper backs. They have been performing well. Aldred and Rodriguez as well. That is what Mohun Bagan has to do, because it is the likes of Bengaluru FC who has got 30 goals this season with these three forwards. Williams, Mendes, and the likes of Sunil Chhetri. Combining these three, Bengaluru FC has got 30 goals. So the four centre backs, Subhashish Bose, Aldred Rodriguez, and Ashish Rai, have to defend that good. As well as they can't afford to give Noguera those opportunities. He has also got 5 goals. These are the 4 men from Bengaluru who are getting those big goal numbers talking in their bags this season. There's now Aldred getting that good. Anirudh Thapa, good one. Thapa is now getting that position. He passes that to McLaren. A time Cummings. Will he get that to McLaren? Overpowered shot. That is from Jason Cummings. It was a big opportunity again. It is Aldred. He is there. He goes high up. My goodness. Corners are coming in. It is Williams who has won a corner. Look at that. It is Williams against the likes of Aldred. He has won that corner. I mean, the job which McLaren is doing, he is getting past the likes of Bhek and Singh, Rahul Bheke and Singh. McLaren is making those moves good. But Cummings has to get that big moment out of here. Cummings has to get that big moment out of here. No denying the fact. Cummings has to get that big moment out of here. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section on the chat. The poll is open in Bangla as well, in English as well. Corner being taken. It has got those deflections. Bengaluru are time and again getting those corners. Again, it is Anirudh Thapa with whom you are passing that, my boy. Don't keep the ball inside the box, but at least try to get it onto the wide aspects. This Subhashish Bose again. My goodness, it has been passed in between his legs. We are this time defensively good, gets that interception, clearance from him. It is Colasso, Cummings, McLaren, but the presence of Manveer Singh, he is staying weight down after that free kick, which Namgil Bhutia took that. Namgil Bhutia in this game, he made that shot into that outside color to the top round, top edge corner of the far post. That was a big shot. That was a big shot. Look at that. The stats are revealing much into that. Look at that. The stats are revealing much into that. It is now Bengaluru who are boasting. Bengaluru are now boasting those 6 shots being taken, but only 1 on target. That is what the goals are not coming. Both Bengaluru and Mohun Bagan has got those 1 shot on target. The passing accuracy, which Mohun Bagan is not getting it on the mid pitch, because most of the times they have been trying to get that clearance. Most of the times they have been trying to get that clearance. Look at that man, the top goal scorer of ISL this season. Look at that man. The man is there on the screen. This is the man who has got the most goals scored in this season. Look at that. That is the drinks break. That is the drinks break. That is something looking bit annoying, but no denying the fact Mohun Bagan has to stick to this. It is Aladdin Ajare who was just now shown on the screen. But to talk about Mohun Bagan is doing their job good. It is this thing which they have to do against the likes of Bengaluru, because Bengaluru in their starting lineups in this game, they have been keeping Chetri, they have been keeping Mendes, they have been keeping Williams. 3 of these players have got 30 goals this season. The stats are revealing. The stats are revealing. That is what Ashish Rai, Aldred Rodriguez and Subhashish Bose has to do that big job in the first half and up to those 60 to 65 minutes. No denying the fact, these 3 men from Bengaluru in their lineups, looking at that, let me just put that lineup on the screen. It is this lineup from Bengaluru where Chetri, Mendes, Williams, they have been getting 30 goals this season. That is what Mohun Bagan has to do. They were trying to get that first early goal in 12 to 13 minutes in just the starting of the game, but it didn't happen, and now 30 minutes are up. And it is the likes of Bengaluru who are dominating with the possession and their passing, because Chetri, Mendes and Williams, these 3 men getting 30 goals, they are making that clinical. But it is also the likes of Noguera who has got 5 goals. So 4 of these players from Bengaluru getting 35 goals this season, that is huge. But to talk about Mohun Bagan Super Giants, they have been getting those big goals from Jamie McLaren. You can call that 11 goals this season he has got. And apart from that, it is the centre backs. It is Subhashish Bose getting 6. It is the likes of Rodriguez, Aldres getting those 8 to 9 goals. Apuya got that first goal, the last game, the last match, where Mohun Bagan got it into the stoppage time. It is Manveer Singh getting 4 or 5 goals. Listen Colasso 3 or 4 goals this season. Jason Cummings 4 or 5 goals. Yes, it is that team effort. Mohun Bagan is showing that team effort into this. No denying the fact Mohun Bagan is showing that big team effort into this, and that is what these stats are making. Look at that, 103 passes from Mohun Bagan. They have been not making that good. Bengaluru 157 passes. They are looking to get that first goal. 35 minutes are up. The drinks break is also up. It is those corners which Bengaluru are getting that from their wings. They are dominating that, but they are not getting that into the nets. It is those frustrating moments which Bengaluru must be having, dominating in the game but not getting that goal, because Mohun Bagan are playing that complete team effort into this. It has to be Cummings and McLaren bit clinical into that, and we will get that 1 goal. According to our predictions from the start of the stream, we have said that Mohun Bagan will get that 1 goal in the first leg, and in the in the first half, and in the second half it will be 1 more. 2 up is the scoreline which we have predicted that from the start of the stream, and yes, we will be expecting that to happen. It is again on the edge of the box, a shot being taken. Subhashish Bose is blocking Williams big time. Subhashish Bose is blocking Williams big time. Williams again is trying to take that onto the far post. That is out of the woodwork. That is out of the woodwork. No denying the fact it was out of the woodwork. It was close, but out of the woodwork. Nowhere near that was a threat for Vishal Kath, and Kath was there jumping like a Royal Bengal tiger. Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, both are doing that job good. Subhashish Bose is especially blocking Williams. He takes that header to the far post. It is now Bengaluru trying to not being getting into the box and getting those clinical movements. They are now trying to find those aerial way to get it. They are trying to get that aerial way into the nets. Bengaluru are now trying to get that aerial way into the nets, but it is not going to happen, my boy. It is only the hard work which is seen from the likes of Williams, Mendes. Chhetri is just contributing to those one-touch passes, those headers. Noguera is doing that hard work even. But where is that aspect from Wangjam and Capo seen coming? They will be seen making that in the second half. And then is the time where Mohun Bagan will get those clinical moments. That is the time where Mohun Bagan will get those clinical moments. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes on the poll section on the chat which has been pinned. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Look at that. Aldred, what was that? What was that? My goodness. Zaragoza is making fun of himself. That bald man, Zaragoza, on the sidelines is making fun of himself. Look at that. It is Zaragoza on the sidelines who is making that big fun of himself. It is a free kick again. Noguera, the man, going to take that left footer. Good one, but block. When Aldred and Rodriguez is there, how can you expect to get a header to be incoming, my dear Bengaluru FC? How can you dare to get that header to be incoming? It is McLaren getting that first touch. Singh getting that block good. I mean, it is the likes of Bhutia and Singh who are interchanging their positions at times from those super backs. It is inside the box. Williams makes that. Vishal Kath getting that block good. Good job, guys. Good job. Vishal Kath, Aldred, Rodriguez doing their perfect job. Doing their perfect job. It is Aldred, Rodriguez, Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai getting those defensive moments, as well as Vishal Kath doing a good job. Doing a good job. That is what we were expecting in this game. That is what we were expecting in this game. At the Yuba Bharati, Krirangan, Bengaluru has got 8 shots, 2 on target. Mohun Bagan, 3 shots, 1 on target. Good job, guys. Good job. Make them frustrated on that first half. There's Liston Colasso getting that. Bhutia trying to get it past. Bhutia has moved to the right backs now. Is Williams now up against Colasso. Colasso has dropped down onto the corner post. They are fighting for that ball. Williams, Colasso, that is a foul to Liston Colasso. Give him that card. Williams needs a card. Williams needs a card. Williams is showing his skills on the sidelines, but this time Liston Colasso wins it big. Liston Colasso this time wins that big. Zaragoza is now getting some sort of agitated and frustrated moments because he was expecting Bengaluru to get that. It is Cummings who has got that. He passes that to McLaren. My goodness. It should have been clinical, my boy. It should have been clinical. Jason Cummings, my boy. It should have been bit clinical. It was the likes of Manveer, it was the likes of McLaren, both of them were there. Rahul Beg, this time trying to find Chetri. Rahul Beg has interchanged his positions. He is staying on the left part of the centre backs. Singh has also moved to the left part of the centre backs. And it is the likes of Namgel Bhutia, that man who is now staying on those right backs. Bangalore are making some fluidity in the team, but will that be good enough? Now it is Cummings trying to get it high up against Sandhu, passes that to Rahul Beke. Sandhu again. It is the likes of Singh. Header that one, Aldred, Rai. Rai gets it good to Apuya. Chetri senses that good interception, passes that to Noguera. Noguera this time gets it into the mid page to Capo. Look at that. It is what Liston Colasso and Manveer Singh doing. They are blocking that left mid page. They are blocking that right mid page. They are not giving those empty spaces. Now it is that frustrating moment. Sunil Chetri. My mistake. It is Mendes who got that. A frustrating shot. That is what happens. Bengaluru this time gets that frustrating shot. And it is wide off the nets. No way a threat for Vishal Kath. But Mohun Bagan playing this way, it is the likes of Jason Cummings who is getting much predictable because he is being man-marked. Jason Cummings is being man-marked by Bengaluru FC. Big time. Jason Cummings is getting big time man-marked by Bengaluru FC defense. Capo, Rahul Beke, Singh, they are blocking Jason Cummings so good on the mid-pitch. That is what those conversions are not happening. In the final thirds, Bengaluru are dominating this game but not getting that clinical to get that goal. Sandhu this time gets it high up. Aldred, a header, that one straight to Vishal Kath. Sunil Chetri is not having that big time against those tall giant defenders of Aldred and Rodriguez from Mohun Bagan. It is only the likes of Mendes and Williams who are making those moves, while Chetri is playing those deep roll moments. Aldred this time, he gets that goal to Manveer, but Manveer is being man-marked by Bhutia on that left back. But Bhutia and Singh from Bengaluru FC, they are also interchanging their positions. Look at that. It is to Ashish Rai. Much of the work from Ashish Rai and Subhashish Bose, most of the times they have been on their defensive aspects. They are not high on the pitch. That is what Mohun Bagan are not getting that credit. 45 minutes are up. 2 minutes of added time in the first half to conclude this first half of the ISL final. 2 minutes. Will that be good enough for Bengaluru to get a goal, or will that be good enough for Savuj and Maroon to get a goal? Manveer Singh this time gets that, passes to Colasso. Capo on the mid pitch doing a monster job. Capo on the mid pitch is doing a monster job. He is playing like a big monster. Look at that. It is a big foul to Colasso, and the referee has given a free kick. But no cards yet being shown. No cards yet being shown. Free kick being taken. Aldred, lofted one to Manveer. McLaren trying to get a corner. Yes, I think that is a corner incoming. I think that is a corner incoming. I think that is a corner incoming. Incoming. Manveer got that header. Oh my god. Suresh Wangjam got that as a clearance. That isn't a corner. That isn't a corner. That goes for a goal kick. Sandhu taking that. Long goal kick being taken. Trying to find Chetri again. Aldred getting that. Header interception. The ball is off for a throw. Capo on the mid page. Noguera. Wangjam. It is Capo again. Goes high up to Bhutia. Bhutia now on the right backs. Passes that good. Williams getting across to the far post. Chetri. Header. Being blocked by Vishal Kath, or it touched the top post. What was that? That was a header from Chetri. What was that? Let us have a recap of that. It is now Mendes, Williams, Bose, Colasso are getting a good tackle. Colasso gets that clearance good. Half time. That is the whistle being blown. Mohun Bagan has done their decent job. Mohun Bagan has done their decent job. It was what it was expected. It was what it was expected, because Molina made his statement good that in the first half we are going to get those blocks. Molina made that statement good that in the first half we are going to get those blocks, and it happened. It has happened. Look at the stats of this game. Look at the stats of this game. Let me put this on the screen. Let me put this on the screen. Look at that. What a perfect performance from the Mohun Bagan Super Giant defensive aspect, which has been shown. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. The poll section is open in Bangla as well as in English. Give your votes on that poll section on the chat. Look at that. It is a total of 3 shots only Mohun Bagan has taken. That is what Molina wanted this in the first half to be happening, because Bengaluru, with their 3 forwards of Williams, Mendes as well as Chetri, and Noguera as well as on the mid page, 4 of them combining from Bengaluru FC, has got 35 goals. They are the forwards from Bengaluru who are expected to get that goals, and most of their goals has come in the first half or in the second half. Both of them if we combine. I mean 4 of them if we combine. And with that, Bengaluru FC winning, I mean getting that big position of 64%, 36% position from Mohun Bagan. Good one, because defensively they have been playing. They were much relying on those aspects of passes to be happening from Anirudh Thapa, from Aldred, from Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, only to the likes of Cummings on high up on the page. It was only McLaren who was getting that. In starting of the stream, I mean starting of the game, it happened. McLaren on that 9th minute, it was a shot being taken. It was a save from Sandhu. Thapa taking that on the 14th minute. Look at that cluster of shots. It is Mohun Bagan not getting forwards. That is what required, because Molina wants Bengaluru FC players to get exhausted on the pitch. Molina wanted Bengaluru FC players to be exhausted on the pitch, their forwards to get dried up of their gas in the legs, on their foot, and in the second half, especially after those 60-65 minutes, they will performing it big. They haven't conceded. It is single goalless, so none of that is going to happen, because in the pitch of football, it is the goal which matters. It is not the possession, it is not those shots being taken, it is only the goals which are going to matter. And Bengaluru, with that lethal strikers in their forwards in the starting lineup, 4 of them 35 goals. Williams, Mendes, Chetri, Noguera combining 4, getting 35 goals. Mohun Bagan Super Giants has done that perfect job. It is what it was expected, and it has happened. And Mohun Bagan centre back aspects of Subhashish Bose, Aldred, Rodriguez, Ashish Rai, Apuya, that did that marvelous job. Anirudh Thapa as well. But Liston Colasso and Manveer were blocking those left part of the mid pitch on the sidelines. They also did their job good. But Cummings and the likes of McLaren, they were at times seen clinical in getting close to a goal. Look at this moment. It was K3 back to 17th minute, 19th minute. Those were the shots being taken. Mendes again on the 19th minute inside the box. Williams again on those 20th minute, getting those shots but not getting past the defensive lineup. I mean, none of the times I have seen in this game with those 10 shots which Bengaluru has taken, none of them have been that good to get it past Vishal Kair. No denying the fact Bengaluru has dominated the first half, but the total shots 10 which Bengaluru has taken, none of those shots were good enough, or that rocket one, to get it past Vishal Kair. I mean, Vishal Kair didn't had so much worries. Vishal Kair in the first half didn't had any worries. He wasn't looking at all nervous. He was doing his job good. And none of those shots from Bengaluru, to be talking about those shots, those headers, whatever they took, none of them were looking clinical to get past Vishal Kair. No worries for Mohun Bagan Super Giants, and Bengaluru has got their forwards much exhausted, because after those 12 minutes or the 13 minutes after the first half, most of the hard work has been done by Bengaluru. They are exhausted. In the second half, it will be all a win-win situation for Mohun Bagan Super Giants after those 65 to 70 minutes. That is what Molina has made that good. Look at that. On the 20th minute, it is Williams. 22 seconds, Colasso, when he doesn't get those balls. I mean, look at that. 22nd minute, Colasso taking those wide, long shots. Look at the range of the shot which has taken. Look at that on the map. I mean, so far from the box, he takes that shot, because Colasso, whenever he is down on those defending aspects, he doesn't like that gameplay to be happening. Colasso doesn't like this type of gameplay to be happening defending. He likes to move with the ball. He likes to chase the ball. He likes to make those runs on the wings, on the sidelines. That is what this frustration came out on the 22nd minute. He took that wide shot. It was some tactical input from Molina which was seen, because Colasso taking those shots, he looked depressed, and that is why that outburst came from him. On those 24th minute, it was again Singh from Bengaluru getting that shot, wide angle one, no block, wide of the post. Mendes again on the 20th minute. Mendes is doing that job good, as well as the likes of Williams. K3 is playing that deep laying role. Williams again on those 37 minutes, but blocked. Look at that. Every shot whichever has been taken by those three forwards of Bengaluru FC has been blocked. Subhashish Bose, Ashish Rai, Rodriguez, Aldred, Apuya, doing their job perfect. They have been blocking that, they have been stopping that, they have been getting those header interceptions, they have been blocking it good, and none of that threat has come to Vishal Kair to make those big saves. Only one shot, I would say, it was the likes of that Bhutia, Namgyal Bhutia, that curler which he took, it was a good one. And after that, it was 44th minute, Mendes getting that so far off from the box. That was the frustration which Bengaluru FC showed, because most of their hard works, they were creating it, they were developing it in their final thirds, they were winning it in the final fours, they were making it, but they were not getting that one goal or two goal which they were expecting to get in the first half. This is on the 44th minute. Look at that map. It was Mendes who seemed exhausted, and he made that shot so far from the box. It is the mentality, guys. It is the mentality. We know Bengaluru Super Giants have got those forwards, 30-35 goals. They have got those. I mean, this season, Mendes, Williams, the likes of Noguera as well as Chetri, they have been getting 35 goals, but it is that 44th minute frustration which Mendes outbursted into the game and took that so far from the box shot. And this is what Molina is implanting. This first half, Molina, the way they men played, they just implanted it into the heads of Bengaluru FC. That so much of creativity, so much of hard work they have done in the first half, but they haven't been clinical enough to get single goal out of that. And Mohun Bagan has been resting it into their forwards. They have been taking those slow runs. They haven't been making those hard work. in those creativity, and they are still that gas in their foot on that pedal. They can accelerate in the second half. This is what Molina has got. Whereas the likes of Zaragoza, his implementations were quite straight enough to get that first goal, but it didn't happen. And on the 48th minute, it was a header. That was the analysis of the first half, and we will be also taking a short break after this. And in just 1 minute, I will be back. No need of substitutions. All those substitutions will be made after 65 minutes. Molina doesn't need to make any substitution. Just give me 1 minute. And those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Good job has been done. Good job has been done by Molina and his men. That is a good job. And yes, those of you who are watching this, we just made the analysis of the first half. Molina and his men has done that perfect job. No denying the fact, Molina and his men has done that perfect job. We are back from that break as well. The game hasn't yet begun, and Molina and his men has done that big good job. No denying the fact, Molina and his men has done that big job. It was that defensive aspect which was needed, and it has been straight a good job which has been done. I mean, we made the analysis of the Mohun Bagan Giants as well as the Bengaluru before taking that break. Those of you who have joined the stream now, you can watch it from by just scrolling back the streamline, as well as you can give your votes on that polling section. The poll section is open there. That chat that has been pinned on the chat. I mean, the lineups, if you talk about, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The two lineups were there on the screen, and look at that. It is the performance of the team where both of them have done their job good. Look at that. Ashish Rai, good job. Aldred, definitely a good job. Rodriguez, big job. Subhashish Bose, big job. Thapa, Apuya, both of them have been defending that like a big mountain for Bengaluru FC to be climbing. Palasso, McLaren, Manveer on the forwards, they are making steady, but it is the likes of Chetri, Mendes, and Williams who hasn't been that clinical to get a goal out of those 10 shots which they have been taking. Look at that. It is those 10 shots which they have boasted, but not a goal into that. And these three forwards getting 30, 35 goals. Williams, Mendes, Chetri, Noguera have been getting 35 goals this season. Mohun Bagan has done their job good, whereas we will be expecting much to be happening in the second half after those 65 minutes. That is what we are expecting this to be happening. The second half has just begun. Set your timeline with us. It is 46 minutes on the watch. 1 minute has just passed watching this. No substitutions being made. No substitutions being made. Noguera must be frustrated because he was seen running into those changing rooms after the end of the first half. Noguera was seen running. It is again, that is a block. That is a big block. Vishal Kat, this one I would say it is a big block. Again, Vishal Kat getting that one. Look at that. It is those frustrating moments. Williams taking that one good. This was that perfect shot, but it was a baby shot taken. Noguera getting that good. It was all up for Williams to finish that, but he just hits that baby shot. It was a baby shot. It is inside the nets. Manveer Singh getting that header. Will that be a goal? Oh my goodness. That was a back-to-back attack from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. It could have been that header. Cummings got that into the wings. What a left footer. Manveer Singh against the likes of Rahul Bhek. My mistake, guys. It was Singh. It was Manveer Singh being man-marked by Singh, but he got that just wide of the post. Just wide of the post. Back to back, two opportunities coming in from Bengaluru as well as from Mohun Bagan Super Giants. But Bengaluru are looking more desperate to get that goal because their legs won't end up to those 90 minutes. In the first half, after those 12 to 13 minutes, they have been seen making those creativity. And in the next 15 minutes, they will be running short of their gas. It is again a cross coming in from Bengaluru. The likes of Bhutia making that with his right footer. Header interception comes in. And still not a goal being scored. Still not a goal being scored. My goodness. What is that looking? What is that looking? And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Give your votes on that chat section. It is again Williams. He is now getting those crosses. Oh my God, that is a goal. This time Rodriguez couldn't get a block. And I think it is Mendes who has got that first goal. Mendes has got that first goal. It was that clinical moment which Bengaluru were expecting it, but Mohun Bagan were just making that thing not happen from Bengaluru, and that is the thing which has happened. That is the thing which has happened. It was that cross coming in against Subhashish Bose. Williams was the man who made that with his right footer. Oh my God, that is some sort of own goal. My goodness. It was Rodriguez trying to get that clearance. Oh my God, I thought it is Mendes who got that touch, but it is Rodriguez who trying to get that clearance, has got that inside the nets. Has got that inside the nets. That is one bad moment which has happened. That is one bad moment which has happened, but it is enough. 49 minutes, I mean 50 minutes on the watch to be precise, and it is that sole own goal which Rodriguez has considered, and that is what the thing has happened. That is what the thing has happened. The sole goal coming in on one, that is from Rodriguez. The next 40 minutes plus stoppage time, how is that going to unfold? Will Mohun Bagan now trying to make those passes? Subhashish Bose trying to get McLaren. The flags are raised. The flags are raised. It is an offside. The flags were raised and that is offside. It will be a disappointment. That was some own goal and it has happened, and it will be a disappointment. But Mohun Bagan is playing that team spirit, team mentality that is going to come big. That is going to come big. This again to Williams against Subhashish Bose. Bose this time gets that clearance. Leston Colasso not getting that good moment. Williams again passing that to Mendes. It is a save from Vishal Keth. So Bengaluru FC haven't got that goal by themselves, but it is that moment which has come in from the likes of Rodriguez. He tried to get that deflection and that goal has come. No need to worry, guys. It is enough. 40 minutes plus stoppage time. That is a big foul to Apuya. Give him a card. Noguera has got that a big foul. Look at that. Noguera just hitting the shin bone of Apuya on the pitch, but only a free kick being given. Leston Colasso this time takes a shot. What a baby shot Colasso is trying. Colasso needs to have some moments on the pitch. Colasso needs to have some moments on the pitch. You are not worth of taking those baby shots, boys. You are not worth of taking those baby shots. Bengaluru fans on the stands are seen bit roaring and they are expecting Bengaluru to get a win. No way, my boy. Noguera again up against Apuya. Apuya gets that block. Good one from Apuya, gets that clearance. One-on-one against three-man. Thapa with that ball. But the referee has blown the whistle for a free kick. Apuya is doing his job good. Rodriguez as well as Aldred are also doing that job good. But it is that moment which has come in from that bad deflection from Rodriguez. Shalkat taking that goal kick long enough, trying to get Manveer. Ball is off for a throw. One goal down. Will Mohun Bagan be able to get those equalizers, get those wins, or will they concede more? Because after getting that goal, still now Molina's men hasn't made any type of approach in their build-ups. That is a long ball, and Bengaluru are now taking the advantage of the first goal, trying to be a bit reluctant. It is Colasso trying to find McLaren. Rahul Bheke this time gets that interception good. Colasso getting that interception. Apuya on the mid pitch. Chetri gets that good. Chetri passes that. Noguera again getting back. That is a long shot. That is a long shot. That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Bengaluru will now, with that goal which they have got, I mean that own goal which happened, if you count it, they will try to get those rest in their legs. The ISL is all about that. It is those rest moments which the opposition has to take those advantages, and it is the time when now Mohun Bagan, especially on those 55-60 minutes, will try to get those equalizers. It is Cummings who is trying to get past, and I think that is something from saying Cummings is down to the pitch. It is some sort of hand which has got some sort of touch with Cummings' face. Cummings is still down on the pitch. Jason Cummings is still down on the pitch. Referee, what an ugly referee that is. He is not even blowing that whistle to get those moments. Cummings is back on his feet. He has joined the force. Sandhu this time getting that big clearance. Aldred getting that interception. Header it is. Interception from Colasso, but it is Wangjam who has traced back. It is those final thirds. Now it is Subhashish Bose getting that interception. The ball is off for a throw. The ball is up for a throw. Molina is now asking his men to raise high up on the pitch because Bengaluru are taking those rest moment, taking those gas back in their pedal to be spreading wide on the pitch. That is that single goal which has just happened. It is now Anirudh Thapa. Apuya gets that to Ashish Rai. Miss pass from Apuya. That is a big miss pass from Apuya. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes on that chat section. Who is going to get those wins? Mohun Bagan sidelines are seen warming up. Ashik Kurnian, Sahal, Dipendu Biswas, Stewart, Demi Petratos are seen warming up. 57 minutes. Subhashish Bose getting that good tackle. Pass that to. He has got that to Cummings. There is Manveer. Cummings takes that shot. It was a grounded one. My boy Cummings takes that turn and takes that shot. But Sandhu gets that block. But Cummings has to keep his head high up. Look at that. Cummings has to take those shots by keeping his head high up. It was Manveer Singh who was there free on the pitch inside the box, but he takes that and it is a block. Colasso taking that corner. Block it is. Back to Colasso again. Colasso takes that cross. Again, Bengaluru are now making those blocks. It is a ball win situation coming in, and Anirudh Thapa winning that big. But the referee has blown the whistle against Noguera. That foul being made to Noguera, the referee has blown that whistle. Still no changes in the lineup. Look at that. The same lineup is from Mohun Bagan Super Giants as well as the same is from Bengaluru. To talk about Cummings, he has got enough chances to be scoring but not getting that clinical moment. It is Sandhu taking that free kick. What a long goal kick it is from Sandhu. Ashish Rai getting header. Apuya chasing that. It is Capo passing that to Bhutia. Noguera taking some wide shot. That was not inside the woodwork, but then also Vishal Kath gets that safe goal. Bengaluru are now just trying to get those rest moment on their feet because they have done those exhaustive job in the first half. Vashish was getting that tackle. Oh my god, Mendes is making those ugly moments on the pitch, falling on the pitch, making those moves as if it has been a foul. That wasn't a foul. Subhashish Bose just didn't even got any touch to him. Subhashish Bose just didn't got any touch to him, and it is given a free kick. That is some bad moments refereeing. That is some bad refereeing moments on the pitch. It is Bhutia who needs those substitution. It is Bhutia who needs those substitution. That is the first substitution which is coming in. But no denying the fact, Namgyal Bhutia, this man has done that big job. It is Panay who has come onto the pitch. It is the likes of Panay who has come onto the pitch. It is now Sahal coming up. That is what we wanted, boys. That is what we wanted. That is what we wanted to happen. It is now Molina making those changes. Sahal, it is inside the box. Bit of clumsy moments, but then also Bengaluru hasn't scored. Header 1. Manveer Singh speeding up against Bhutia. Sunil Chetri. Sunil Chetri and Manveer are having some tussle on the sidelines. Noguera was close enough to get that goal. Noguera was close enough to get that goal. But on the sidelines, now it is Sahal seen coming onto the pitch. On the sidelines, it is now Sahal seen coming onto the pitch. Blocked by Subhashish Bose. Colasso getting that goal. Apuya joining in the recovery. Passes back to Aldred. Rodriguez trying to find Manveer. Will he get that? Denied. Manveer has been denied that opportunity. I mean, Manveer against the likes of Bhutia was the factor which was playing in. Now the two substitutions coming in. Liston Colasso called off for the substitution. Molina has made those substitutions. Anirudh Thapa is now out of the pitch. Ashik Kurnian and Sahal, two of them coming in. Sahal takes that first touch with that throw from Ashish Rai, but the ball is off for a throw. Thapa and Liston, both of them has been substituted. Thapa and Liston. Anirudh Thapa and Liston, the left mid page where the likes of Mendes, the likes of Noguera who were making those moves, and that is what Molina has made that statement, bringing in Ashik Kurnian. He has got those creativity and also bringing in Sahal. It is now Rodriguez getting that interception, passes that, Apuya goes to the wings, Ashik Kurnian, he is making those runs, will he get that a cut in? No, he is solely moving on with that sole control, moving high up to the wings, he get past good, he is onto the wings, he is having that position, he is into the wings, he will make that cross, but the ball is off the lines. Look at that. It is that creativity. Ashik Kurnian is on the pitch, and that is what the creativity is happening now. That is what we were wanting. Noguera, the likes of Williams, Bhutia has also been substituted, and it is those moments where Ashik Kurnian will have that position on the pitch and he will have those high moments. But the only goal which has happened so far in this game has been from the likes of that own goal. Bengaluru FC haven't been even enough clinical enough to get it inside the nets. Now it is Sahal getting that interception, passing that to McLaren. You are making those passes really high up, boy. Take that into the factor to get the gameplay of Cummings. These are the substitutions. It is the likes of Panay coming in from Bengaluru. Bhutia getting those substitutions. He was primarily on the left backs. It is Anirudh Thapa from Mohun Bagan getting substitutions. Abdul Sahal Samad coming in. What has happened to Subhashish Bose? What has happened to Subhashish Bose? He is looking bit clumsy on the pitch. And it is also the substitution Liston Colasso moving out and Ashik Kurnian coming in. Ashik Kurnian will definitely get those big creativity on the pitch. That is what the Mohun Bagan, Molina is expecting to be happening. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the chat section. Who is going to get that? Ashik Kurnian up against Suresh Wangjam. Kurnian wins that good. Kurnian is that creative player. Subhashish Bose again passing to Ashik. Ashik on the left wings. He is doing those medical job. Passing that to Sahal again. Sahal has got that inside the nets. Will he take that shot? A corner incoming. That was a shot. Abdul Sahal Samad, just after getting 3 minutes of substitution, makes it into the box with the assist of Ashik Kurnian. He glided good. He went in with that creativity. He got that double touch. With his left footer, he was getting close to the nets against Sandhu. But finally, it is a block. A corner now coming in. Jason Cummings. Left footer, that is. A curl good enough, but not so high up to get a goal. Ashik again getting that to Cummings. Back to Ashik. That is what is happening. Now things are turning up, but Mohun Bagan first has to get those equalizers. Ashik with that throw to Cummings. Cummings is having the possession. He gets that. Sahal, will he take that shot? He takes a double touch, a shot from Sahal. But the men in blue just blocked that. This is from Ashish Rai. A frustrating shot. Ashish Rai took that, a frustrating shot. Rodriguez getting that header. Aldred. Bengaluru now having the possession. Williams up against Ashik. Ashik is blocking that good. Big block from Ashik. He is speeding up. Sahal is there, but he overlapped with those positioning aspects from Ashik. But after those substitutions as well, Mohun Bagan are now sticking with 4 men on the centre backs. Ashish Rai, Subhashish Bose, Apuya, Rodriguez, as well as the likes of Aldred. 4 or 5 of their players are consistently staying on those centre backs. That is what Molina has instructed, that because they can't afford to get that second goal disadvantage. It is again the substitution coming in. Pereira, the man who is coming in. That is the last lethal man which Zaragoza is having on the pitch. It is George Pereira Diaz. Mendes, the number 17, has been substituted. Mendes, the number 17, has been substituted. And no denying the fact, Mendes got 9 goals this season. He was lethal, but he is being substituted by Pereira, the man who is coming onto the pitch. And also this man, Pereira, to talk about that, he has got 3 goals. Not that lethal as the likes of Mendes. Mendes was doing that job good, but hasn't been able to get that goal. Ashik Kurnian now gets that to Cummings. Cummings dropping down. He has got McLaren. Cummings passes in this game. I won't say those passes are good enough to get a goal, my boy. Those passes aren't that good enough to get a goal, my boy. Look at that. Jason Cummings is expecting something marvelous to be happening with those passes. McLaren is making those runs, but Cummings' passes are not that clinical enough. Will Dimi Petratos be the man coming in and replacing Jason Cummings? Because Cummings in this game has been looking poor, as well as in the previous game against the likes of Jamshedpur, the second leg. He was a bit poor in form, but in the first leg against Jamshedpur in the semi-finals, he took that marvelous free kick. There's Wangjam now from Bengaluru dominating with the possession, passes that to Rahul Bheke. In the mid pitch, now Bengaluru are not making any thirds and fourths. Ashik Kurnian now getting that to Cummings. Cummings is trying to make those crosses time and again. He is trying that same thing time and again, and it is not coming in. It is some sort of insanity. All this time trying to find Manveer, but big block. Interception. Aldred getting a good block against the likes of Pereira. Pereira Diaz is the man, number 30, coming on the pitch, replacing Mendes. Pereira has got 3 goals this season, while Mendes was the man who got 9. But still their man to talk about. He is that lethal who is staying on the pitch, and it is the likes of Williams. Ashish Rai with that position changes the wings. Whom is he trying? Cummings is moving high up. He has got that position. He passes that to McLaren. McLaren gets that touch. It is a penalty. It is a penalty which has happened. Look at that tackle which Rahul Bheke made that. Look at that. It is that big moment which is coming up. Make it big. Those tackles were looking bad from the start of the game, and now this time that tackle which was made to McLaren, a penalty has been given. That is what the big spirit coming in. 70 minutes. What a big moment. Jamie McLaren, my boy, I need you to take that penalty good enough. Look at that. It was a block which came in. Look at that tackle which was made to McLaren. It was a sliding tackle. It was a bad one. It is bad tackle inside the box. It is a bad tackle inside the box. It is a bad tackle inside the box. Singh has made that bad tackle inside the box, and it is that penalty moment which is coming onto the pitch. Make it big, boys. Make it big. Make that big. Make that goal happen big. We want that goal to happen. Jason Cummings going to take that. Jason Cummings going to take that. Make that big. Make that big, my boy. Make that big. Make that big. Make that big. 71 minutes, 22 seconds. Oh God, please make that penalty happen. Take that goal. It is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu now up against Jason Cummings. Make that goal happen, my boy. Make that goal happen. Take that penalty good. Take that penalty good, my boy. Take that penalty good. Referee has blown the whistle. Jason Cummings going to take that. Yes, that is the goal which has happened. Jason Cummings has got that penalty converted. It is the mentality, my boys. It is the mentality. Jason Cummings showing karma. He is blowing that into the fans. That is the equalizer which we have got. Joy Mohun Bagan. We are going to make that big, boys. We are going to make that big. No one can stop Mohun Bagan Super Giants from getting the ISL Cup this season. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. Jason Cummings took that penalty good. It was onto the left post. Right post of Sandhu. Sandhu took that jump even good, but the ball went inside the nets before it was the likes of Sandhu taking that jump. That is what Jason Cummings has made that penalty good. We are going to take that. Look at that celebration from Jason Cummings. Come on. Jason Cummings is showing that come on, love you, Jason Cummings. You have made that. And McLaren, who got that penalty moment. It is for two goals which has been scored. It is those two goals which has been scored. Both of those goals have been scored by the Mohun Bagan players. The one own goal which came in from the likes of Rodriguez, that was the own goal. And now it is that second goal. Jason Cummings getting that. Make that second goal. Make that second goal, boys. Keep comma, keep comma, keep comma, keep that patience. It is now Bengaluru having some possession. Noguera is the man. He's trying to get that. It is a ball won by Ashish Rai. Manveer Singh is speeding up. Yes, he has passed that to Cummings. No, Manveer is speeding high up. He is there, slowly moving in. He back passes that to Apuya. Ashish Rai now high up on the right wings, on the edge of the box. He crosses that. A header coming in. McLaren takes that header. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now things are looking talking, my boys. Now things are looking talking. Now things are looking talking. Make that second goal, boys. Make that second goal. I don't want this game now to be going on to the extra time or to those penalties. Oh my God. That is the moment which has come. And now we are going to win it. Now we are going to win it. Look at that. The Mohun Bagan Ultras with their t-shirts showing their back are now just having that jumping jack moments on these stands. This is looking marvelous. This is Mohun Bagan. This is mentality. This is that confidence which you have to get. 74 minutes 52 seconds and it is the drinks break which is happening. Oh my goodness. This thing which has happened, it is the big thing. It is the big thing. Mohun Bagan, you can't deny that. They were playing so clinical. Bengaluru, on the other hand, were playing it so good. It was the first goal which came in. It was some sort of own goal which happened from Rodriguez. I mean, to talk about that man will be quite unlucky on the defensive aspects. Rodriguez as well as Aldred, Ashish Rai, Subhashi Bose, Apuya. Doing their best job today. But it was those substitutions coming in. Molina making that perfect substitutions on the pitch. Bhutia was the substitution which Zaragoza made for Bengaluru and Fanai coming in, and it was the likes of Anirudh Thapa coming in and Thapa moving out and Sahal coming in. Colasso moving out, Ashik Kurnian coming in. It was the likes of Bengaluru again making substitutions of their elite man Mendes who is out and bringing in Pereira Diaz. But this was the thing which happened. Ashik Kundian was getting those creativity on the pitch. Sahal was involving it. And that is the role play which was coming in from the likes of Jason Cummings. The involvement of those creativity were looking happening. Bengaluru were down on the pitch looking for their low blocks on the defensive aspects. And they considered that penalty moment. It is now again Ashik Kundian trying to find McLaren. The game has begun after those drinks breaks. And those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Who is going to win that Mohun Bagan Super Giants? It is the Shobuj Maroon Mohun Bagan. The voting section has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes. Give your votes. Ashish Rai blocking that. Passes that to Sahal. Ashik Kurunian gets to Sahal on the left part of the sidelines. Kurnian trying to get into the center pitch. No, he passes that to Kurnian on the edge of the box. A cross being made for that header. Cummings, McLaren, no 1 near 8. Deflection. Sahal getting that. Sahal makes that from the mid pitch. But out of the woodwork. That was out of the woodwork. I mean, in this game, I'm not being able to understand why Mohun Bagan players, the shots which are being taken are not getting close enough the woodwork. I mean, most of the shots which are being taken outside the box are not getting that good movement into the nets. Aldred Rodriguez getting those interceptions good. A chip in shot, low lofted pass. But Wang Jam getting that good. Subhashi Bose getting that deflection from Wang Jam. Manveer, Puya, Khetri having a fight. It is now to Williams. Williams, will he take that shot? Big dreamy shot from Williams. Big dreamy shot that is from Williams. Williams takes that shot, but it was a big dreamy shot so far from the box. No threat for Vishal Kath. No threat for Vishal Kath in this. That is what I was saying. Bengaluru FC were showing those creativity in the first half and they just got their legs dried up. And in the second half, especially after those 55 minutes, they have stopped making any creativity because they are out of their gas. It is that moment where Mohun Bagan has to come big in. Alright, getting that interception, passes that to Ashik. Ashik on the mid page goes for Sahal, back to Ashik. Much of the position is now with Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Look at that, the timeline is showing that, but the stats are now offering. It is the first half where Bengaluru were boasting of those 10 shots, but in the second half they have managed to get only 14. I mean 4 more shots Bengaluru has got, but 3 on target. Mohun Bagan Super Giants, look at that, 12 in the first half. They took on, I mean, only 3 or 4 shots were being taken and 1 on target. But in the second half, they are not taken 9, and it is now 4 on target. That is what the stats are revealing about this game. Molina making those tactical inputs so good. Ashik on the right wings, back passes to Ashish Rai. Ashish Rai has dribble pass, good, a header. That one is, my goodness, McLaren was being handled bad. Ashik Kurian getting that deflection, trying to get some curl. My goodness. Ashish Rai made that build up look so good. Ashish Rai with the assist of Sahal made that build up look so good. Look at that move from Ashish Rai. He got past 2 players, but it was Suresh Wangjam who was blocking. Now Jason Cummings has been substituted. Jason Cummings has been substituted. Oh my God. It is not Dimi Petatos, but it is Greg Stewart who has been called because Molina wants those passes to be happening. Molina wants those midfield passes to be happening on the wings. It will be the likes of Sahal, Manveer, as well as the likes of McLaren will be staying high up and Stewart who will be seen making those passes. That is what Molina wants in this game because on the lower block where he has to play high up against Bengaluru, and this time getting that, Rodriguez passes that, Ashik is rolling with the ball. He has got Stewart who is new to the pitch. He passes that to Stewart. He expected Stewart to make those runs because Ashik Kurnian is a fast player, but Stewart, on the other hand, is a bit slow on those runs. So that is a missed pass from Ashik. That is what they have to think of. Stewart is bit, I mean, slow on the pitch, whereas Ashik Kurnian is way fast. That is what we have to take into that factor to be counting on the pitch. That factor needs to be counting on the pitch. Jason Cummings today not having that good moment on the pitch, but he got that goal with that penalty. That is what the scores are leveled. 82 minutes are up. 82 minutes are up. 82 minutes are up. Jason Cummings getting those substitutions. Stewart coming in. Will Stewart be good enough? Yes, he has made that pass. McLaren making that run. But Singh from Bengaluru getting that interception. Now Manveer moving high up. Manveer moving high up, but it is a throw. Manveer takes that fast. Stewart the man. Getting some creativity. He gets that to Manveer. Again, that is a throw coming in favor of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Again, that is a throw coming in. Stewart is now showing creativity on the mid pitch. He is dominating the game with his possession. Ashik Kurian gets that. It is a header from McLaren. Oh my God, it could have been an own goal the same way Alred got that. It was the same way where that own goal could have happened from Singh from Bengaluru. Look at that. Lesnar Singh on the centre backs is doing much of those hard works. Will he concede the same way Aldred has got? But it is that corner coming in. Aldred, Rodriguez are inside the box. Who is going to take those headers? Who is going to take those headers? This time Stewart taking that left footer. Deflection. Ashik Kurnian takes that. Blocked. Back to Ashik. Now it is Ashish Rai. Gets that a header. Subhashish Bose. Sahal this time gets it good. Back to him. But that was offside. The flags were raised. 83 minutes 50 seconds. To be precise, it is 84 minutes. Zaragoza, look at that moment. Look at that moment. Zaragoza is having that dull moment on his face because he is looking tensed because his man Bengaluru FC are out of their gas. Bengaluru FC players are out of their gas and they are not making anything happen in their final thirds and fourths because they don't have that energy left in them to be happening. But that is a big foul which has happened and a yellow card that has been given to George Pereira Diaz for that tackle to be made to Aldred. George Pereira Diaz has now got that yellow card and the referee has done his job good. Aldred takes that free kick, passes that to Subhashish Bose. Bose on the wings finds Ashik Kurnian. Kurnian is making those runs. He is looking good against Shuram Wangjam. He is making those wins. But most of the times, Ashik Kurnian is moving out of the pitch. I mean, he made those moves, but wasn't he aware that the pitch is inside those white lines? Ashik Kurnian loves to run with the ball stuck to his feet and he is a big player and those moments are so good. It is that substitution which has come in last from Mohun Bagan. Stewart coming in, Cummings being dropped. But look at the stats. What was there in the first half? First half, Mohun Bagan were having only 3 shots, but in the second half it is 13. I mean 15 now. 12 more shots, whereas Bengaluru in the first half were with 10 shots and in the second half they have got only 5, 15. Zaragoza's face is looking bit distressed because he knows clutch moments from Mohun Bagan Supergiants will be the factor where Bengaluru can concede. The clutch moments for Mohun Bagan Supergiants will be the factor where Bengaluru FC can concede. That is what Zaragoza will be having in his mind and no denying the fact we are going to make this win, boys. We are going to make this win. And those of you who are watching this, give your votes on the poll. The poll is open in Bangla. Bangla teo lekha ache, English o Ingreji teo lekha ache. Those of you who were complaining that we don't stream in Bangla because Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, those guys don't understand Bangla. How can we stream? That is why this voting section, the poll which has been pinned on the chat, Bangla teo lekha ache, Ingreji teo lekha ache. Give your votes. It is Ashish Rai passing that high up, saying getting that deflection. Rahul Bheke makes that good. Molina's tactics are looking good. In the stoppage time, Mohun Bagan Supergiants will be indestructible. And those ugly moments on the faces of Zaragoza is quite visible on the sidelines. Look at the faces of Zaragoza. That distressed moment he is already feeling because he knows Mohun Bagan Supergiants will get those clutch moments to be happening. Clutch moments are going to come, guys. Clutch moments. It is that throw. Subhashish Bose is going to take. Ashik Kurnian is high up. Sahal dropping down. Back passes. Rodriguez. Aldred. Aldred passes that to Ashish Rai. Ashish Rai, will he get that to Manveer? Poor pass. Ashish Rai got that pass bit late. But Bengaluru are now looking out of their gas. Bengaluru are now looking completely dried up and completely out of their gas. Look at their player. He is not even making those runs. Their players from the mid pitch, they are not making those runs. Look at that. They are not making those runs. That is looking big. I mean, the likes of Noguera, Capo, all of them, Wangjam from Bengaluru are staying deep on their defensive blocks. Whereas the involvement which was happening from Chetri, Mendes, Williams in the first half, those creativity has stopped. Because look at that, it is a foul. Capo has made that foul to Sahal. Look at that. Capo has made that big foul and he has got that yellow card. Capo has been shown that yellow card now. That is what he deserves because he stopped Sahal in those creativity movements, running high up on those attacks. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Give your votes. Who is going to get that? Vishal Kath getting that. He gets to Ashik Kurnian. What a lofted one. Ashik Kurnian gets it. He is inside the nets. Oh my God. Ashik Kurnian just nails it. Good inside the box. It was close, my boy. Ashik, you did such a marvelous job. You are a gem. You are a gem. Ashik Kurnian is a gem of a player. Look at his creativity. Oh my God. He got that lofted one. He got that double touch. He went it into the box. But get those assists as well, my boy. Get those assists. With that corner being taken, a perfect cross. Interception, header one. Ashik passing that. We are. Ashish Rai. Where is that? Ashish Rai is looking for those passes. What was that lofted one? I mean, look at that. Ashik Kurnian, look at that. He dodged past 4 players from Bengaluru inside the box. 4 of them were falling like babies on the pitch. Now it is Manveer Singh on the right wings. Will he get a cut in? That is a corner, I guess. Yes, the flags are raised and it is a corner coming in. 90 minutes are up. Just 4 minutes of stoppage time. My goodness, only 4 minutes? Only 4 minutes of the stoppage time. My goodness. Look at that. They were going to take that. Now, this time he is taking that with the right post with his left footer. He takes that corner. Good one. Good one. It is to the far post and it gets that header. My goodness. Damn. It is a win-win situation. Sahal taking that. No, the referee has blown the whistle. Capo is now making those fouls. Bengaluru are now tied up because they exhausted and did whatever they had in the first half. After those 12 to 13 minutes in the first half, Bengaluru played everything, whatever they had. And in the second half, they have been looking disastrous. But it is those creativity from Mohun Bagan where they are not getting those clinical movements because look at the stats of this game. Look at the stats of this game. It is now Mohun Bagan roaring off 16 shots, 5 on target, whereas Bengaluru 15. The first half, the stats of Bengaluru and Mohun Bagan were all in favor of Bengaluru. Bengaluru got that own goal. I mean, Rodriguez, the man contributing to that. Now it is more Bengaluru getting it inside the box. Block that is. Apuya doing his job good. The ball is off to the lines of throw. That is 92 minutes. Only 2 minutes left in the stoppage time. Bengaluru getting it inside the box. Not clinical enough. Subhashi Bose. Header. Deflection. Ashik Kurnian passes that. It is now Rodriguez speeding up. Get that pass, my boy. Yes, he passes that to Apuya. Apuya getting that to Stewart. Clutch moment, clutch moment. Apuya with that. Stewart, he gets that good. Sahal has got it. No, that is not offside. Oh my God. Clutch moments were looking happening. Clutch moments were looking happening. Look at that pass. Stewart got that good. McLaren. It was bit wide for McLaren. He couldn't get that first time shot, rather he kept the ball in the possession. Then he passes back to Sahal. Sahal couldn't get that first touch. You have to get those first time shot, my boys. But again, that is a corner coming in. Clutch moment, clutch moment. 93 minutes. Stewart with that. Better deflection. Clutch moment is what we want. Ashik Kunyan again. Stewart now again to Sahal on the left wings. Will Sahal go for those crosses? My goodness. Sahal is taking those heavy touches inside the box. Sahal took those heavy touches inside the box. Just 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in the stoppage time. 30 seconds left. Will we get that clutch moment, boys? Will we get that clutch moment? Look at that. Bengaluru shade Noguera, who is complaining to the referee about that tackle. You are playing against a left back, my boy. You will get those tackles. Sahal taking those heavy touches inside the box. Sahal is that big creative player. I'm such a big fan of that player, Sahal. 94 minutes are up. My goodness, my goodness. I was supposed to start that second string of the Bundesliga Der Klassiker. It is about to begin in just half an hour, but now this thing hasn't ended into those stoppage time. My goodness. It is going to those shootouts, to those extra time. My goodness, what a performance. Mohun Bagan finally getting those big performances, those equalizers coming in. There were clutch moments, guys. We could have got those clutch moments. I mean, Sahal making those heavy touch inside the box. That wasn't expected. Again, that break is going on. That break is again going on. Molina is talking to his men, and his men are now drinking those energy drinks full time. After those full time, look at that. It was that goal which came in, and it was a handball inside the box. McLaren getting that good, and Cummings, the man, scoring 8 on those penalties. It is that mentality, my boys. It is that mentality. Mohun Bagan is having that mentality, and they are going to make that. They are going to make that. Look at Bengaluru FC players. They are all exhausted. They are down to the pitch. Look at that. Everyone is lying on the pitch. Bengaluru FC didn't expect this game to be going on to those extra time, but it was the tactical capabilities where Molina made this game. Look at that. It is those game-changing moments. Molina made that tactical input in the first half look so good. Their men were down to those defending aspects because it was Bengaluru FC who has got 35 goals from their 3 forwards as well as from the likes of their number 10 who is on the pitch, and it is Noguera combining the likes of Chetri, Mendes, Williams, Noguera, 4 of them combined. Totally combining, they have got 35 goals. That was a big one. So Molina making it onto their defensive aspect in the first half. Bengaluru gave their whole strength after those 12 minutes of the first half, getting that first goal or 2 goals, but out of those 10 shots which they took in the first half, they just got 1 on target. That is what the thing happened. And in the second half, Molina and his men getting those. In the first half, Mohun Bagan Super Giants had, just got only 3 shots. But look at that in the stats. It is Mohun Bagan after this second half now has got 17 shots, 6 on target. Big and best tactical input it was from Molina into this game to stop those lethal forwards of Bengaluru FC. The defensive aspects of Ashish Rai, Subhashish Bose, Alred Rodriguez did their best job. Rodriguez, though he has considered one own goal, but that has happened. That has happened. You can't deny that, but it has happened. But the defensive aspects of Mohun Bagan did their job so good. Yes, Apu are talking about, he did his job good. Anirudh Thapa was bit fluctuating in those moments, that is what. But he was that odd man out in the squad, and that is why Molina has kept him to make those box-to-box runs. And later he made those changes, bringing in Ashik Kurnian and then getting the involvement of Sahal as well. That is why all these stats has changed in favor of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants, and now they are again seen making those substitutions. Again, it is those substitutions coming in. Look at that. Bengaluru are also making those substitutions, as well as, Zaragoza and Molina both are making those substitutions. Now it is on to those extra time. This game is now going on to that extra time. The toss has been done. Mohun Bagan now getting that position. McLaren passes back to Apuya. It is Rodriguez. Lofted one, that is Stewart. Header, Manveer Singh. That is a foul. The referee has blown a foul. Fanai has considered a foul against Greg Stewart. Look at that. Fanai got that jump, and it was Greg Stewart who got hit with it, and the referee has blown that whistle. It is a free kick. Greg Stewart going to take that. Will he get that into the nets? But it is looking too far from the box. It is looking too far from the box. Aldred, Rodriguez, both of them are on the edge of the box. That is too far from the box. Stewart gets that. He was trying to get that to the far post, but it was too cheeky-peeky for Sandhu to get a hold of that. It was too cheeky-peeky for Sandhu to get a hold of that. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Who will finally win this? Give your votes on the poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes on the poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Change of wings happening. Ashish Rai getting that clearance. It is to Stewart. First touch from Stewart wasn't that good. It was the likes of Jason Cummings who was a bit struggling in form for today, as well as in the previous game against the likes of Jamshedpur. But it is also the likes of Greg Stewart, who is also not looking in the best of his form so far. Rodriguez passes that. Ashik Kurnian. Watching Ashik Kurnian is such a fun and such an excitement. This player is such a talent. It is to Apuya, changing the wings, gets that to Manveer. What a pass, Manveer gets that. Stewart, oh my god, the flags are raised. That was offside. That was offside. My goodness, 9:30 was the time where we were about to start that Der Klassiker, which was about to happen, which is about to happen today. It is the likes of Der Klassiker, which we were going to start, but we have to delay that stream as well. We have to delay that stream as well. My goodness. We have to delay that stream. We have to delay that stream. That is inside the nets. Vishal Kath gets that a save. My goodness, Williams was about to get that. Williams was about to get that. The next team which we were about to happen, it was the Der Klassiker from right now, but we will have to delay that because we will complete this game, which is still going on. We will complete this game, which is still going on. It is that corner coming in for Bengaluru again. It is Greg Stewart who is man marking Williams. A tussle going on over there. Now the referee blows the whistle, corner being taken. Header it is, Sahal is getting that. McLaren is there, will Sahal get that? Yes, he has passed that to McLaren. McLaren is there. He changes the wings, gets Stewart. Stewart is now inside the box. He gets a curl in. What is that hurry, my boy? Apuya takes that shot far from the box. My goodness, you are just making those hasty moments. Take your time, my boys. Take your time. Take your time. I mean, there were just 4 Bengaluru on the defense, and it was 3. Later, it was the likes of Apuya as well as Manveer Singh joining in. They were trying to get outnumbered. You could have got that with the possession. Now it is to Stewart. Stewart gets it inside the box. McLaren, he takes that shot. McLaren is the man. McLaren is the man. He has got it in between the legs of Gurpreet Sandhu. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu considered this with by McLaren, and it was in between his legs. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu considered this in between his legs. All the stats of the Mainers are now roaring it. Look at that. It was McLaren who got that. Maka is the man. Maka is the man. He has scored that, and he scored it in between the legs of Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. My goodness. 2-1, 2-1. Rather, it is 3-0. It is 3-0. Because all the 3 goals of this game has been scored by Mohun Bagan players. That is the goal. Look at that. Stewart made that. McLaren taking that touch, he got a move, a double touch to it even. McLaren this time got that deflection good, and it was in between the legs of Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. What more do you want from butter smooth Jamie McLaren, the Mecca? That is the God who is standing over there. Jose Ramirez Barreto. That is the God who is standing there. Let me put this off. This is the God who is there. Look at that. It is Jose Ramirez Barreto. As long as this God is there for Mohun Bagan Super Giants, you are going to get that wins. You are going to get that wins. Jamie McLaren. Now, what do you say, boys? What do you say? The God itself is over here, Jose Ramirez Barreto, and it is that second goal, butter smooth, McLaren getting that. Bengaluru, all of their legs are dried up. Will they try to get any creativity? All their legs are dried up. Their gas is out. They are short of their gas. And at this time getting that good. He is physically looking a monster. A bad tackle from Manveer. Ashish Rai getting that interception good. Look at that. It is that moment which has come, which the fans of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants were looking roaring. The fans of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants were looking roaring for this thing to happen. It is the league which is ours, and now it is the ISL Cup which is also ours. What has Zaragoza to say? I want to see that ugly, bald-headed face of Zaragoza on the sidelines. I want to see that ugly, bald-headed face of Zaragoza on the sidelines. Because in the previous picture, he was seen laughing on the sidelines. I want his ugly, bald-headed face to be seen on the sidelines. I want to see that face, that expression from Zaragoza now. I want to see that face of Zaragoza from the sidelines. It's a corner which Bengaluru are now going to take. Lofted one, so wide of the post. Oh my God, Rodriguez again getting that deflection, but the ball goes for a corner again. What is wrong with Rodriguez? Has he been wearing his boots on the wrong side? Look at that face of Rodriguez. I mean, Zaragoza. Look at that face of Zaragoza. He is just chewing his nails. Zaragoza on the sidelines. He is just chewing his nails. Bengaluru FC with their coach Zaragoza on the sidelines. Look at him. He is just biting and chewing his nails. And look at he's not even sweating. He is looking down. I mean, Zaragoza in the previous game, he was making those statements. He was laughing on the sidelines. What he has to say now? What he has to say now? 99 minutes are up. It is Sahal getting McLaren again. Can we get that third goal, my boy? It is a foul to McLaren. It is a foul to McLaren. Don't get yourself injured, boys. Don't get yourself injured, because the next season we have got the Champions League, AFC Champions League as well. Don't get yourself. Look at the mid-pitch of Bengaluru. Where are those likes which Bengaluru are now boasting? I mean, Wangjam, Capo, Noguera. Where is that energy which is left? Where is that energy which is left? Bengaluru are left with no energies, no creativity, nothing in the second half. And now in the extra time, nothing is looking happening. Molina made those defensive low block statements in the first half so good. And time and again, I'm saying this, it is the likes of Ashish Rai, it was the likes of Rodriguez, Aldred, Bose, Apuya. They did their defensive job so good in the first half. And that is what the mentality where Bengaluru is on the verge of losing this game by a goal margin on then aggregate of 2-1. This is a big moment, guys. Big moments. Joy Mohun Bagan all seen roaring up on the sidelines. Look at that. Yuba Bharati is now roaring up with the fans. Yuba Bharati is now roaring up with the fans. Oh my goodness. This is that big win which is going to come. This is that big win which is going to come. Still give your votes, guys. Oh my god, we have got one more vote. 67% votes for Mohun Bagan. But who is that? Who is giving those votes? Bengaluru FC. We have got one vote for Bengaluru FC, man. Dimi Petratos, my man, coming onto the pitch. McLaren hope he hasn't got those big injuries. Oh my god, McLaren is being substituted. McLaren played for 101 minutes, 33 seconds. McLaren is now making his move, and now it is Dimi Petratos coming on. Dimi Petratos is not his player. He is God. Dimi is God. Dimi is God. Petratos is God. But McLaren hope he hasn't got those big injuries, my boy. Hope McLaren hasn't got those big injuries. That will be a big concern. Hope McLaren hasn't got those big injuries. That will be a big concern. That will be a big concern. Bengaluru are left with no options. Bengaluru are left with no options. That is why Zaragoza, with his stale move, getting everything creativity in the first half, getting all those energies drained from his players in the first half. They were ruthlessly going for those final thirds and fourths in the first half. Now in the second half, now in the extra time, they are making nothing. That is what the mentality is, what the thing is different. Dimi Petratos getting that first touch. Oh my god. Oh my god. Petratos just laid that ball on for a throw. Petratos making those runs high up. But now nothing has been left in this game. Bengaluru has been left with nothing. I mean, Mohun Bagan should definitely want to come into those lower blocks, and Bengaluru are now making those headers, because from the mid pitch, nothing they can get with those creativity. Aldred is having now that fun. Aldred is now having that fun. It was offside. The flags were raised. Pereira Diaz was the man who was offside. In this game, Aldred, Rodriguez, Ashish Rai, Subhashish Bose, Apuya, marvelous job. Marvelous job. Big job. Big job. Big job. The four defenders as well as those defensive mid-pitch from Apuya, Big job, big job. That is what the reason Molina is having those center backs as well as those forwards. He is making this team complete. He is making this team complete. Bengaluru are now gaining some of their possession, but in the final thirds, they are not looking that lethal. They are time and again trying to get Pereira Diaz into those attacks, but Aldred and Rodriguez are blocking everything. Sunil Chetri not even making those runs. He is dried up of his gas. And look at that, it is that energy which is also seen absent. I mean, the likes of Williams, who was doing so good in the first half, the likes of Mendes, he was doing so good in the first half, but all of their legs have dried up and they need some energy. It is Petratos now moving high up. Will he get past Singh? No block. Singh got that clearance good. I want that third goal, my boy. I want that third goal to be happening. I want that third goal to be happening. I want that third goal to be happening. We will start that stream of Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund just after this game ends. After this game ends, we will start that stream. We will start that stream. The Der Klassiker Bayern Munich up against the likes of Borussia Dortmund. Look at that. Look at that. The game is about to begin. Still, we have got 17 minutes. The lineups has also been announced. But we will start that stream after this game. We will start that stream after this game. 105 minutes, 40 seconds. It is those big moments. Petratos is making those runs. He is up against Rahul Bheke. This time Stewards joins in. Petratos has won that tackle. Somehow he has got that position as well. But the referee now has blown that whistle. Bengaluru FC are now seen not even moving on the pitch. It is that stalemate Molina has made. Molina has just made that stalemate movement. Look at that tactical input which Molina has got into this game. Oh my goodness. Taking those gas, taking those energies, taking those, fresh moments from Bengaluru FC and dropping Mohun Bagan Super Giants into their defensive aspects. He has drained all those energies which were left, which was simply left. Molina just ended. Molina has just kept this game all doors now shut for Zaragoza. Molina has kept all those doors shut for Zaragoza to be happening. Look at that. Zaragoza now has no one to be moving good enough onto the pitch. But that is a big one. Molina has just made this game tactically overturned. Zaragoza failed to understand this. Zaragoza didn't has that mind to understand this. This is a big one. Molina with this gameplay getting Mohun Bagan the league, getting Mohun Bagan the ISL Cup. We were predicting it from the start of the season, and from right now here, I'm predicting that the next season we will get those treble. We will get those treble. The next season we will get those treble, but only thing which we have to keep in mind that we don't need to focus on the AFC Champions League now, because we have to get more academy players building in. If we want to play the AFC Champions League as well, we have to get more academy players into the squad. Then only we can expect to get some good performance in the AFC Champions League. But I would say just stay with the ISL, Durant, the ISL Cup, as well as the Shield. We are going to get that treble the next season. We are going to get that treble. If we are going to keep this mentality, we are going to keep this strength, we are going to get that treble the next season. We want that treble to be happening next season. We want that treble to be incoming. But it is that mentality which needs to be coming in. It is those extra time of, that half time of the extra time, it has ended. It is that second half which has begun. Zaragoza, look at his face. Zaragoza on the sidelines, look at face. Deepak Tangri getting that tackle to Naguera. I think that is a card being given. Changri has been given that card. Oh my god. Is that a card being given? I mean, look at that. Noguera is now nowhere seen moving his ass on the pitch. Bengaluru FC players are not even moving on the pitch. They are just now trying to get those set pieces. It is a foul again. Oh my god. Abdul Sahal Samad. Deepak Tangri getting that yellow card. Look at that. It is that aspect where number 4 staying from Bengaluru FC trying to get that against Sahal. Sahal was trying to get some sort of bicycle kick clearance out of that. My goodness. It is a free kick. Sunil Chetri is going to take that, but that view is what Bengaluru FC wanted. That is the place where Bengaluru FC wanted, and Sunil Chetri, that elite man, is going to take that. Bengaluru are dried up all of their energy, but it is only those set pieces where they will have to rely. Can Sunil Chetri get that equalizer against Vishal Kath? He takes that. That is out of the woodwork. Sunil Chetri takes that free kick. It is out way wide, high up the woodwork. Bengaluru are looking now too pathetic, my boy. Bengaluru are looking so pathetic. Look at that depression on the face. Look at that sad moment on the face of Sunil Chetri. Because Molina, with that mentality, has killed those tactical capabilities of Zaragoza. Molina has killed Zaragoza. Because now Bengaluru are not capable of doing anything. They are not even being able to move on the pitch. Now that is that high ball which has been given. Sahal gets that. What is that wrong with Sahal? My God, take your position, man. Take your time. Why you are getting that first time shot now when it is not required? You are having that one goal lead. You are wasting away those chances, my boy. Keep that position. Aldred getting that interception. Apuya, that is a big foul. Noguera has got that a big foul, big tackle to Apuya. Bengaluru, to talk about Noguera, now he is playing that negative aspect. Look at that tackle. Noguera intentionally got that against Apuya. I hope McLaren, who was off for the substitution, hope he hasn't got those big injuries. And Apuya is back on his legs. No, he is good. He is good. Hope McLaren, who has got that substitution, hope he is not under big injuries. It is now Greg Stewart getting that. Inside the box he goes. He gets a cut in. Will be that third court. DB Petratos again moving in. Will he take that shot? On the edge of the box, he takes that. Wide of the post. DB Petratos. DB God. Make your big form coming in next season, my boy. It is Ashish Rai winning it. Good. He gets that position. Look at that. Mohun Bagan Super Giants. It is now 110 minutes on the watch, and still the Sobuj and Maroon are seen running on the pitch. Look at that. 110 minutes, and the Sobuj and Maroon are seen running on the pitch. You have that energy left in them. But look at the players from the men in blue, Bengaluru FC. They are hardly making any runs. They are just simply passing it, and they are trying to get those set pieces, especially on the pitch as well. They are not getting anything creative, and they are losing away whatever they are happening in the first half. They were doing it so good in the final thirds and the fourths, but now after that second half and now into that extra time, Bengaluru are now losing everything. They did that hard work all in the first half. They contributed it all, and that was the mental game which Molina played into this, leading the likes of Zaragoza's men to be moving high up on the pitch and doing all their hard work and getting their gas out. drying up all their gases, and now they can just put their foot on the pedal. They are losing it. They are losing it big time. That is what Molina has got into this. That is what Molina has got into this. Big one that is. Molina has just got it. Oh my god. Ashik Kurnian this time now gets that yellow card. Don't get those cards, my boy. It is not that moment. You are boasting that one goal lead into this. You don't need to get those cards as of now. As soon as this game ends, we are moving on to the Bundesliga clash between Bayern Munich and Dortmund, Der Klassiker. Is that set piece? Again, Bengaluru are only relying on those set pieces. That is what we have to stop. Clearance that is from Tangri, good enough. Stewart winning that. Will he pass that to Sahal? He gets that long one. It is for Petratos. Petratos is running high up against Gurpreet Sandhu. Manveer Singh, will he take that shot? My God, Manveer Singh takes that first touch. Such a dreamy one. But Apuya finally getting that interception. Look at that. 112 minutes. The Sobuj and Maroon are still running on the pitch. How can you expect that from an ISL team? Sobuj and Maroon, 112 minutes on the watch and still they are running, whereas Bengaluru FC has stopped running on the pitch. It is to Stewart, Tangri, back pass that is to Ashik Kurunian. Ashik goes to the high pitch. Yes, that is Sahal, but Sandhu now getting that moment good. Rahul Beke passing that to Singh. Better toss is the man. He is high up. Sahal trying to get big aspect against Capo. But Bengaluru are not even making those runs. They are all looking for those set pieces. This thing inside the box against Ashik Kurnian. That is a goal kick. Roshan got that shot, but it is off for a goal kick. 113 minutes, only 2 minutes left for this ISL Cup to be handed over to the Sabuj and Maroon. Mohun Bagan, Joy Mohun Bagan. What a big win. The ISL Cup is ours. The Shield is ours. We have got double this season. But if we are going to keep this mentality, we are going to get that treble as well. We are going to get that treble as well. These are not my words, but this is the word of this God. It is the likes of Jose Ramirez Barreto. Look at them. It is this his words who has said that this season we are going to get double and the next season we are going to get triple. It is Dima Petratos up against Sandhu. It was a bit. The flags are raised. It was offside. The flags are raised anyway. It is the likes of Jose Ramirez Barreto who just said on his social media handles that this season we will get a double and the next season we will be getting those treble. But only thing which we have to keep in mind that the next season the AFC Champions League will also be there, but we shouldn't go more into that unless and until we are having more academy players and we have to get our own stadium. These are the two things we have to work. We have to get more academy players into the squad and we have to get our own stadium. That is when you can hope of expecting to get big wins in the AFC Champions League. Apart from that, I would say that go for those ISL, go for those league, go for those Durand, go for that ISL Cup. That is what you have to. Because next season playing the AFC Champions League, more of the players will be getting those injuries. If the academy players are not moving high up, we can't expect that. We can't expect that. We have to get more depth in the squad. It is to Stewart, Petratos, blocks going on. 115 minutes are up. Blow the whistle, my boy. Blow the whistle. 115 minutes are up. Blow the whistle, my boy. Blow the whistle. Look at that. Look at the stats now. It was in the first half. People were complaining Bengaluru are doing it good with 10 shots on target, 11 shots on target. I mean, 11 shots being taken, one on target, but Mohun Bagan was with only three. But look at that second half, 17 shots more being taken, 20. It is a foul. Stewart winning that. Semi Petrados passes that. Manveer. Stewart again. Manveer has got in high. He crosses that. For Petrados, what a block. That is a long ball. Long ball. Bengaluru are now trying to make those long ball. My goodness. My goodness. Look at that. Referee, please blow the whistle, my man. 116 minutes. But the thing over here, to be more precise, is 116 minutes, and still Mohun Bagan, Sobhuj Maroon players, look at that, they are still running on the pitch, whereas Bengaluru all are dried up of their gas. Bengaluru FC players all are dried up of their gas, and they are not seen moving. That is a mentality big win, which Molina has got this good against Zaragoza. Molina has made this statement good against Zaragoza. That is where Zaragoza failed to implement, getting out of their performance in the first half. It is that substitution they are making. Bengaluru making some substitutions now. But who is that who is left into that to be coming in? Aldred getting that header to Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been fouled. The referee has blown the whistle. Aldred has been fouled. That is a yellow card. A big foul, that is. Oh my God. Rodriguez is down on the pitch. Don't get those big injuries, my boy. Next season, you have to play those Champions League as well. Look at that. Zaragoza now making those funny movements on the pitch. Zaragoza has no tactical capabilities to be doing now, and he is making those funny movements on the pitch. Zaragoza is making a joke of himself. Look at that bald, ugly face. Zaragoza on the sidelines. I'm looking the way he's making those expressions. I'm liking the way Zaragoza is making those expressions on the sidelines. 118 minutes, only 2 minutes left. When is the referee going to blow the whistle? We are going to get that. That is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. Now he also needs those substitutions. He can't even pass that ball. He has made that pass off directly to the sidelines for a throw. My goodness. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu is also looking tired on the sidelines. Look at that. It is Gurpreet Singh Sandhu who is also making those tired movements on the sidelines. It is Stewart getting those possessive movements. Dahl is speeding down for those defensive aspects. Long ball, that is straight for Vishal Kath. Kath is making those moves. Look at that. Vishal Kath is making those, bad aspects. Zaragoza now pointing on his wrist. Zaragoza is now pointing on his wristwatch. He wants more 90 minutes to play. Zaragoza now wants more 90 minutes and one more day to get come back into the ISL Cup. And all is that which is going to belong to Molina. Jose Francisco Molina will take everything, whatever it is coming on his way with the likes of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants. But can we get that third goal? If we get that third goal, my goodness, that will be a big one. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu getting that clearance. Look at that. The position where Chetri is now playing. Passes that. Tangri. That is a block. Stewart getting that at the right time. He gets it good. Again, Bengaluru getting that position. 120 minutes are up. 1 minute of added time. Oh my God. In the extra half, again, 1 minute of stoppage time. My goodness. 1 minute of more added time to 120 minutes. 121 minutes. In the first half, it was 4 minutes. In the second half, it was 5 minutes, 9 minutes, 120 minutes, plus now 1 minute. I mean, 130 minutes to decide. My goodness. We are doing that job good, getting that clearance. Michelle Kath now getting that goal. Apuya gets that clearance. The referee is going to blow the whistle anytime. It is a big foul to Apuya on the pitch. Bengaluru have been nailed down badly by Molina. Bengaluru really have been nailed down by Molina. Molina with his tactical gameplay of first half defensive aspect has just made Molina cry on the sidelines. Look at that. Zaragoza is now crying on the sidelines. He is making those marks. He is making those wrist movements. He is wanting something from the fans. What more fans would you like to get support, Mr. Zaragoza? What you have to say? We will be watching that in those post-match conference as well. The referee has blown the whistle, and that is what the Yuba Bharati Krirangan is all roaring about. And the Mohun Bagan Super Giants has won the double, the shield as well as the cup. Oh my god, I will make that compiled video because as of now I am late. The next game we will be having the watch of is the Der Klassiker Bayern Munich against the likes of Borussia Dortmund. That is the thing, and it is those fireworks which is just being bombarded high up on the sky in at the Yuba Bharati Krirangan. My goodness, I will be just ending this stream and I will be starting the next stream. That is the Der Klassiker, guys. Do join over there. Do join over there. I will be ending this right now. I will be ending this stream and I will be starting that Der Klassiker, which is going to happen. Mohun Bagan getting that double, big win. Joy Mohun Bagan, joy Sabuj Maroon. We have made that double this season, and the next season we will be making treble. But we need to get more depth into the academy players, into the squad, and we don't need to focus on the AFC Champions League. We just need to focus on the ISL Cup. We need to focus on the Shield. We need to focus on the Durand. And that is what, because this legend over here, Jose Ramirez Barreto, he is the ultimate god of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Jose Ramirez Barreto is the ultimate god. And he has said that we have got the double, and the next season we are going to get treble as well.